Oh, hello, Annie.
Hello.
Muted.
Hello, hi. Sorry, I was muted. I was listening to Goose's video and then I heard you guys' voices. I got a bit confused. Okay, hi, hello.
Hi, Annie.
Hello.
How are you today?
How's it going, Annie?
I mean, considering everything, it's okay, of course.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's okay. It's a little bit of a bittersweet feeling right now with everything going on.
Mm-hmm.
True,
Yeah,
true.
I think a lot of people are feeling that way right now. I feel like a lot of people, like I read some of the comments on the Discord, and it feels like everyone, it's like a funeral almost type of vibe. Everyone is so sad, but
Yes.
also like thankful in a way. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Yes, 100%. I think someone said, I think this came from sunglitters, I'm not sure, but somebody said comparing it to graduation of like high school.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I said that.
What was that sound?
Does
Does that mean you disagree?
No.
Yeah.
I think he said yes. Wait,
okay.
are you disagreeing? Yeah, I was talking about this yesterday, that it does feel like high school, because you kind of, like, we kind of know how it went, right? You made a lot of friends in high school, but you kind of, like, from experience, maybe you keep like 3 to, if you're lucky, friends, you know? Like, you stop reaching out, you move on. Everyone is starting their own lives. And now it's similar, because everyone is going back to their games, what they used to do. And then it's probably hard to keep in contact. So we have to keep at it, like, actively, to not lose touch with people.
Yeah, no, it's true. Because when we have something in common, when we have meetings to look forward to, when we have raids to look forward to, when we have planned events, then it's easy to do things together.
Yeah.
But when it's not planned anymore, it's like, it's just harder to convince people to get together.
Yeah, because I was talking about that actually with my chat just now, and like for me, I wouldn't say like I'm like a super like awkward like introverted guy, but like it's really hard when you don't have like something like kind of keeping you together in a way. Like so for me, like most of my other like streamers that I know would be like people that I played WoW with, you know, like people that like I queued arena with a lot, and you know, that's what kind of kept us in touch. But with OnlyFangs, it's so different because everyone is from like different backgrounds. And for me, it's like once like maybe like your comp isn't good in the meta anymore, or like one of you become a little bit washed. I'm not gonna say any names. You know, Infernion. What? No, I'm just kidding.
Oh, Infernion got washed.
Or if one of you goes and plays League instead.
True.
Yeah,
when somebody... Oh my god, that's crazy. That happened to me.
I mean, that can happen.
Yeah, somebody, you know, that I talked to a lot suddenly started playing League, stopped talking to me. Yeah, out of nowhere.
Why would they play that game? That game, it's like a 4-button mobile game. Why would anyone play that shit?
Yeah, I know.
That game is easy as fuck.
Right, yeah.
But it's hard to keep in touch, and I think that's what I want. But it's like also like kind of unrealistic, I think, because like we're all streamers and like we're all, you know, like in our little bubble, fucking always busy. But that's what I want to happen, is like I want, because I feel like I made a lot of genuine friends in OnlyFangs. I wanna try to be better with that. I wanna try to keep in touch with them and actually play other games with them.
I have the same.
Yeah, I agree. I
have the same issue as you. But isn't it like kind of nice that OnlyFangs brings that out in people? Because like I always used to be like a loner when it comes to streaming, and now I kind of felt like how it was to be in like a community, you know, like with people that are like you, and I feel like it's really hard to find that, like in general with like streamers, because you always feel like people
I
are
heard that you were mostly doing your own stuff. Because you used to play Hearthstone, right?
Yeah, and
yeah.
I don't know how it is in your games, but like Hearthstone is like a solo game, basically. I mean, there's people who do the same thing as you, but you don't really need a community, you know? But in WoW kind of changed that, and it made me see how nice it is to like be around other people. Like, it's hard to describe. Yeah, I don't know.
I know Grubby said this as well, because he was more of a solo gamer himself too, because he would, you know, play Warcraft or other kind of games competitively, and he was like socializing with people. Nah, not for me. But then he did this, and he was like, this was an incredible experience.
Yeah, so Annie, you are like a WoW streamer, like always, right? Like how was it for you in the past making like streamer friends compared to now in OnlyFangs?
So I think I was always mainly a WoW streamer, but if you look at the percentage, I was probably like 60% WoW. I
Ooh.
always did play some variety.
Yeah.
So I had a Hearthstone era actually many years ago. I played
Oh.
Hearthstone for some time.
Oh.
Yeah, and then I've had like Super Mario Maker. I had a phase with that. It was so good. I played it for several months. Final
Did you do
Fantasy
like
14,
Elden
so a
Ring?
different MMO. Yeah, I've played a lot of Elden Ring. I played for a month straight, I think, of Baldur's Gate 3. So yeah, I've had my moments of playing other games as well. But the thing that makes OnlyFangs different is that it was this constant ability to do things with other streamers. So
Yeah.
I've always done things with other streamers. I would say I've been like kind of well connected with other people, but I think
Yep.
most of it is because I go to IRL events, like going to DreamHack, going to Twitch cons, meeting people in real
Oh.
life, because making friends with streamers just based on like stream events is really hard, even if you play a lot of different games. Because yeah, maybe we'll get this, I don't know, Among Us lobby and we play together, but then outside of that, it's hard to keep it up. But if you get to know each other from meeting each other in real life, then you have a bit more of a bit more personal connection with them. So if something does happen, you can maybe plan to do something together. Like Guzu, for example. I've met him a few times now in real life, and
Oh,
we ended
really?
up playing a couple of games here and there together. So it was quite nice. But with OnlyFangs, it's amplified because now suddenly, if we're around the same level, we could do dungeons almost daily, right?
Yeah.
Unfortunately, I died quite a few times, and this was one of the things that was a bit of a unfortunate thing because if you die or if your friend dies, suddenly
Yep.
you can't really play together because you're different levels. But it's okay because it kind of forces you to then find other people who are the same level,
True.
and then you make new friends. So it wasn't terrible, but yeah, it did mean that individual friends, maybe you couldn't play with them for too long, but it helped like, encourage you to make other friends too.
Yeah. No, there's a couple of things you said that I want to touch on, but the last thing you said about dying, I think that's really interesting because it's like it makes it way worse when you die. Like dying on hardcore always sucks, but dying in OnlyFangs hardcore sucks even more because you kind of get like almost like left behind the curve, like because you
Yeah.
died at pretty high level on your first character, right? You died at like
yeah.
I think in your
59
50s,
or
right?
something
55,
in BRD.
Yeah.
Ooh, I
Yeah,
remember that.
that's like the most brutal time to die because that's
Yep.
like when the first batch of people have hit 60 or you're just about to hit
Yep.
60. So you're kind of right there alongside with the curve. And then you have to start over again from zero
Yeah.
and then get back up to 60. So that really has to suck.
Yeah, which took me another 3-4 weeks. It takes time to get back
Yeah.
again.
Yeah,
but I was,
especially if you don't play mage. Like I don't know, I heard some mages can do
Oh,
it in
yeah.
like 4 days. Mid interviews, they're just AOE farming and no one even sees it. But
Bruh.
That's crazy.
yeah, some people do it like that. But for most people, like especially on a controller, right? I don't think you can do that on a controller. So that's crazy.
I never tried. I would love to try Mage on a controller. Maybe OnlyFangs 3. If it's gonna happen, I
It
don't know.
would
Do you think we get
happen.
OnlyFangs 3?
Well, the problem is, if this DDoS thing becomes a weapon that can be used, then what is the point of trying? Right?
Exactly. Do you think OnlyFangs could only work on hardcore server?
I think so. I don't know. Like there were some people saying that you could play on softcore, but with the add-on. So in that way, you could salvage people who die unfairly. But I feel like it's a bit of a slippery slope because then what?
Yeah.
What if someone personally disconnected? Then are they allowed to keep their character in? Are we gonna keep extending the excuses for when it's okay? It's a tough one. I
Nah.
think the part where the deaths are so brutal is part of the entertainment for people. The fact that it's so crazy and people lost their character and there's no way to get it back. I don't know. I'm not
Yeah.
sure if it's possible to do on softcore.
Yeah, I've heard
I think it has to be on hardcore. It has to be the way it was right now. I think trying to redo it, like, it's not gonna be authentic. Personally, that's what I think.
not even with like a
That sucks.
hardcore add-on where it forces you to delete.
Maybe with the add-on, but do you guys
I
think it
is
would
a
have the same hype?
possibility. Yeah, I feel like it won't be the same, but I think it can be good. I think it can work because that's how hardcore became popular in the first place, right?
Yeah,
because
with like an add-on, yeah.
Yeah, we had the add-on working on those servers before hardcore was a thing.
Mm-hmm.
And if we can
Yeah.
keep it strict, but then it's like, are we doing it only in case of DDoS attacks, or are we then excusing other types of disconnects? Like,
I think only
where's the line
DDoS.
drawn?
Because I think everyone was fine with like dying to like normal disconnects, you know? But like a mass disconnect DDoS thing that we know would happen again if we were to try again, I think that discouraged a lot of people. Like I think if we died of natural causes, you know, yesterday, I think people would have relevant.
Natural causes.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I get what you mean.
But now it's just always the threat of it happening again, even if we would try again, you know?
Yep.
Dude, it's so sad. FaFam is leaving the guild. They're like people are leaving to like transfer off to normal servers. People are killing their characters. People are saying goodbye. Man, it sucks. It does feel like a high school graduation. You guys are right. It fucking sucks.
You know what we need? I was talking about it earlier today. We need like a official hangout party or something, maybe on like Friday or something, or Saturday, where everybody gets together like at least one final time. Is that too depressing?
Like in the game,
that
or
could be fun. Get everybody together, yeah, like in game, you know, make level 1 characters or whatever, and just everyone meet up.
I would cry.
I know, but like, I think it could be like nice, maybe a bit like depressing, but maybe
with proximity chat, because we didn't really use it for a long time, right?
Proximity chat, yes, like a final guild meeting, essentially.
Yeah, we should do that.
Because we also haven't really had guild meetings. Like lately, the guild meetings have just been Soda saying like, "Yeah, this is gonna be the draft, and here we go, drafting."
Right.
Yeah, maybe a final guild meeting could be cool.
Hoga rate.
Yeah.
It's crazy though. Like, honestly, Annie, have you ever tried to run a guild in like normal versions of WoW? Since you play a lot of WoW, have you ever tried
Like
to like do like a viewer guild or anything like that?
Yeah, I have my own community guild on retail.
Yeah, and like I've done that too. And just for me doing that, sometimes I'm just like, fuck, man, I really like ICBA. I don't want to do this. Like, it's too much effort. Like, I'm also like, I'm also like kind of lazy. But like, imagine for like Soda and the team doing it with like all of the streamers, all of us constantly harassing them. Can you invite this guy? Can you do this? This guy didn't have his add-on on. This guy lied about his whatever, about his gear or whatever it is, you know, about
how
his
do you write
experience.
a
This guy's a sweat.
reunion?
Like
I
all
have
of the
no
like
idea.
little piss things that add up and ultimately ends up in Soda's lap. Like the fact that he kept it going for this long is fucking insane, actually. Like
it is.
I would be like swinging at this point if I was Soda. It's actually just all credits to him and
his team.
Yeah, it's crazy actually. I could never.
I wanted to add to that, which I hope people also keep in mind, and I was talking about this earlier today. I hope people remember also that Soda kept on going with this project after Vey was essentially bullied out.
True.
Like, Vey is his partner, you know, like his girlfriend, and having her be bullied out of the entire project, and he still kept on going, is commendable, because it would be completely understandable for him if he feels like the project is now ruined for him, you know? But he stuck around for the rest of the streamers that he had convinced to do this with, and he didn't want to disappoint anyone. And I think that in itself is also... You know,
W Soda in the chat, please.
Yeah.
100% actually. The actual goat. I wouldn't have blamed him if he wanted to leave after that. Like, that's bullshit.
Yeah, no, it would be understandable.
The way that entire thing happened was such bullshit anyway.
Yeah.
Like,
100%.
Like, I remember diving into it a little bit because ZNN, we do our due diligence. I'm not gonna say any
ZNN.
names. I'm not gonna say any names, but I heard that it came from another streamer
Say it.
who was also a
What?
healer. No. It's like she.
I didn't know that.
No, I said it was a girl. But this
It
person,
came
god
from
damn it.
Another
No.
female healer streamer?
Oh.
Apparently,
I
no,
thought
not
it was
from,
like
not
anything.
from her.
Eddie, I've
No,
heard you
no,
had a
not from her.
priest.
Not from her. Not from her.
I was not a healer at
It
the
came
time.
from her
Okay.
viewers being mad that she wasn't picked for the raid.
Oh.
That's what I heard.
From a viewer.
Awful.
I heard that like her viewers got really salty that she wasn't picked.
So it was a viewer
And-
issue.
Can I
of
tell you
course.
something?
Yeah.
I would still blame the healer. I mean, not the healer, the streamer,
Oh,
because
for not stopping it.
the viewers will say what they think you want.
Mhm.
Does that make sense? Like, if I wouldn't get picked, yeah, there'd be a few chatters maybe who are like, oh, that really sucks, blah blah. But I can tell you, my chatters would not go and pinpoint Vey to be the one who doesn't deserve the spot, and I deserve it.
True. Like usually, it kind of
Like,
snowballs
pinpointing
into
someone
the
like that
chat
is
from
kinda
like
crazy.
from like a comment you made, right? Even if it was like, yeah, I can see it.
I think there is some truth to that, but it also depends. Like it does depend a little bit. Like I think that, like for example, if you have 10K viewers, like for example, like L1, right? Like if L1 decides, okay, I'm gonna pull up T1, Title 1.
Oh.
Like if he decides, okay, I'm gonna pull up a fucking POV of
L1.
Geely not auto attacking for 20,000 viewers. Like yeah,
Yeah.
you should expect that some people are gonna go to her stream and
Oh, of
start,
course.
shitting on her and being toxic. Like
Yeah.
you should expect that at that point.
Yes.
It doesn't mean like it's your fault, but in
No.
a way it is. In a way, like you share. It's not your fault, but you share some responsibility. Like you should know. Like even I, like when my channel grew like a lot, like I instantly noticed that, I instantly noticed that if I started talking about anyone, if I mentioned anyone's name, there were going to be chat hoppers. They were going to go over there. They were going to say things. And,
But the thing is, Tyler
this
knew
is
that
something you have
it
to
was
keep in mind.
like, yeah. Well, Tyler knew that was gonna happen, right? But he was just too annoyed to care, right? And he apologized for it the next day.
yeah.
So I don't know the full story of this. Honestly, I thought it was LSF haters. I had no idea that it stemmed from like a streamer's.
Yeah, I thought
viewers.
also it was LSF kind of.
But that's what I'm trying to say though. Like the Tyler one thing was just an example of
Yeah.
like when you should be kind of aware of it. I don't know necessarily if this other streamer in the Vey situation actually said something about Vey. That's why I'm saying it's
Yeah,
like
I
kind
don't
of a
know
gray
either.
area.
Yeah,
But I
I
do
see what you
know
mean.
that it was viewers of this person who
Yeah.
said a bunch of shit on Reddit and then also went and like personally like harassed her.
I guess it depends what the streamer commented on the situation too.
Yes, exactly. And that's what I don't
Yeah.
know, sadly. I don't know.
Because if they were just quiet
she
about it,
said.
then that means that they're secretly happy about it, right? But if they
Mm-hmm.
were like condemning people and like maybe banning people too, then
Oh, they definitely
obviously-
weren't doing that. But
They
I don't
weren't.
know. No, I don't think so.
Oh, okay.
But I don't know if they mentioned the name even, because like sometimes people will just be like, "Wait, what? You didn't get picked? They picked the Peekaboo's mage instead of you," and then they will just like go on their own thing, And if you're quiet about it, like fair enough, you probably shouldn't be, but. Yeah, it's not the same thing as me saying, "Oh my god, I can't believe it! They picked this dog shit mage instead of me." So I think it depends a little bit. There's some nuance there. But yeah, that entire Vey thing sucked. Actually, I feel like that's when the drama became too much. Like that was like for me at least like the almost like the boiling point of.
Yeah, I remember this. Like
Okay,
we
this
were
is too
doing
much.
ZNN interviews at the time, and it was like all for fun, right? But that was serious. Like fuck, fuck you, like viewers, like chatters. Like when you get super social, like fuck yourself. That's crazy. If you go for your streamer and shit on somebody else, that's too far.
Yeah.
Then you have to check yourself. Then you have to go outside. Stop chatting so much, you idiot. Sorry.
True.
I mean, it just sucks, right? Because like at the end of the
Yeah.
day, Dota sacrificed so much for OnlyFangs. Like, he wants to do it with his girlfriend, like even if she wasn't even a streamer, you should be able to like look past that and just be like, yeah, okay, whatever, you know?
Yeah.
But it
Mhm.
wasn't even like that. She was also like a huge streamer herself who did like a lot of
Exactly.
she did a lot of
yeah.
RP.
Stupid.
She helped out the guild a lot. She was the main
Yeah.
enchanter of the guild after
was
our
troll
first
war
main
chief?
enchanter. Yeah, I mean she did a lot too. So like even on merit,
big streamer. Mhm.
there were streamers who had less average viewership than her who got in
Mhm.
on the first raid. And I think in general, like, what do you guys think about the first raid? Like, do you guys think it was like overblown, out of
What do you mean
proportion?
with overblown?
Like how important it was to get drafted for the first raid?
I think the first raid was a big deal. So the
Yeah.
people who did get in, I think it was really nice for them. I think the first raid had the most attention. I think the first deaths of the first raid had the most attention. I think especially when we started splitting up the raids too, interest started going down a little bit for each raid. And in the first raid, everybody was watching that one. Later on,
Yeah.
attention was a bit split. You know,
Yeah.
people were hate watching some raids, skipping some raids. So I think there is some importance in that, but at the end of the day, yes, there are more raids too. So it's not the end of the world.
Mm-hmm.
So I do agree with that, but I also want to say like there were some people who were more successful watching the first raid than they would have been if they played in the first raid, and they had more success doing that compared to actually like raiding themselves like later. Even though it's like okay, it's the second raid, it's a bit on DR, it's not as many people going to be watching it. But you can still see a clear, yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
I was thinking about Quinn. I was thinking about Orlando.
Yeah.
I was thinking about like the best hate watchers, and I think that's where, if you're an interesting content creator and you can make something out of nothing, I think that it doesn't matter as much if you got drafted or not. Like there was plenty of people as well who did get drafted, and it didn't really do anything for them. And I would say like
You're right.
myself included, like being in the raid, okay, yeah, it was fun. I did some like troll mining and some coverage and shit. I did some interviews with the people who died. Like it was fun.
Yeah.
But I
Do
could
you
have
think it
easily
would have
done
been better
that.
for you just watching instead?
I think for you, Zico, it wouldn't have changed like anything. Like you would have done the ZNN interviews if you were not in the raid too.
Yeah, I think I would have just watched it and yeah, I think Sunglitters is right. I think I would have just watched it and interviewed all the people on the bench and interviewed the people who died and just shit talked everyone. And that would have been like the same.
Okay, so you think it would have been the same essentially, like in terms of how? Yeah. Okay. I mean that's fair. I mean I
I think I
died
had
in the
like
first raid.
8K CCV.
For me,
in the
it would
first
have
raid?
definitely not been the same though, because I had a full panic attack the entire time, and like the
Oh my god, I was sick.
Oh yeah, and if you're watching, you wouldn't panic as much. Yeah.
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 Holy
That's
shit! I was
true.
so exhausted because I was panicking the entire time.
Yeah. And people loved watching that. So
It was
yeah.
so good.
Yeah, so for you, it was definitely better to be in the raid then, for sure.
I
think
guess
for
for
me,
like
also being
new
in the raid is
people.
better.
Yeah. Sorry.
Yeah, I think for me, it would have been better to be in, which I was. Because if I'm not in, I don't think I'm that good at hating. So I don't know if that would be as entertaining to just watch the raid. I
Not
think it would be
good at
okay. I'm not that good at hating.
It's something to strive for, Emmy. I hope you get better at it someday.
I tried, I got these like, little things that you blow, and then like the party things like pops out and stuff. And when people died on the Tyler raid, I was hate watching that one, and I was trying to do it, and I was failing. And I saw Soda watch me and watch my clip, and I'm just there like,
I saw that.
I'm trying to hate, but I don't know what I'm doing.
So cute.
It didn't work because I was like. I was finding it kind of entertaining, but I was also feeling really bad at the same time because I think it was like 5 people who died in one go, and I was so conflicted.
I tried to hate watch. Do I get it? It's hard.
It is hard. Like a Londo breathe moment. I don't know if I could ever do that. That was insane.
But so
I mean,
iconic.
I think you just gotta look at it like you can't look at it from like a empathy point of view, you know?
Yeah.
Like if you look at it, oh no, this is my guildies and I'm cheering them on to die, like it's fucked up. like, yeah, you're gonna feel bad about it and you're gonna suck at it. But if you just look at it as
Yeah.
like, okay, I'm playing a fucking villain character, basically,
Yeah.
then you just have to be a bit schizo, I think, to be able to do it good.
Just remembered,
Schizo.
guys, Quinn yesterday was happy that we died to DDoS, by the way.
I
What?
saw that. He was laughing.
Yeah, I
Wait,
saw only
really?
a short moment of a
Yes.
clip, but I couldn't watch that because I was crying. And then I saw somebody link it and he was laughing.
I saw him. He was watching a Zaryu clip when Zaryu looked like he was, ready to cry kind of face, and Quinn just kind of like paused it and laughed with his head up. So yeah.
That's so savage.
Yeah.
I need to see that clip. Oh my god, that is insane. You guys want to
Yeah.
know? I still haven't seen the wipe. I haven't seen anything.
Oh, you
yet.
have so much to watch. I spent the whole
Yeah.
day today just watching everybody's POV. There's also a
couldn't watch
YouTube
it.
video with everybody's like POVs combined together. Oh, you can't watch it?
No, I was too sad. I was so depressed yesterday.
Yeah.
No.
No, that's understandable.
Yeah, I'm gonna watch it all later. I'm gonna have a good watch later for sure.
Yeah.
But that's fucked up though. I mean, it's
Oh, yeah, about
it,
the
it
first.
just
Yeah, go on.
it just like it feels like almost surreal in a way that it's like
Yeah.
it's over because we've been doing like it started in November. It started around DreamHack, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And
I remember DreamHack was in Stockholm, and I would level all day at home because I live in Stockholm, right? And then in the evenings, I'd go to the parties. So I arrived at the parties at like 1 a.m.
Oh, shit.
after leveling and streaming for 12 hours. Because I just wanted to not be behind in the leveling. I was just so committed.
yeah, I remember I met you at those parties, and people kept
Yeah.
asking me, why aren't you at home leveling? Like, what are you,
were
doing?
both
Why
at
are
the
you here?
party?
You know how many-
Why? Hardcore was going on? That's
Yeah, we were at
crazy.
the party together.
Bruh. Yeah, not
Like,
locked
actually.
in. Insane.
Well, I have to for a little bit, and then the party ends at like 2 or 3 a.m. and then we go back home and sleep and go again.
I see you.
Yeah.
I didn't get much sleep. I was like sick after DreamHack. So I missed a
that
lot.
sucks.
I missed that
Yeah.
whole first week. But I feel like in a way, when I look back at it, it gave me like a good entrance. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because like the undead race,
Ooh.
like they were boring. Their RP sucked. There was no
And
like.
you guys have so much drama.
Yeah.
Like from an
From what I
outside, it
remember,
looked good.
yeah.
Because I was a Tauren, there was
It looked
nothing
very
going on.
eventful. Yeah.
Yeah, but everyone was saying that our meetings were boring, our RP sucked, and there wasn't that much drama before I joined. It was after I joined. That's when all the drama started
okay.
happening. That's when like
So you made the
Uh,
drama.
I'm not saying I made the drama, but like I ran for mayor, and then there was like this whole side that was like kind
Right.
of opposed to, like there was like half the
you for the
undead wanted me
T1.
as mayor,
Sorry,
and then the
guys,
other
if I
half
missed some subs, I'm
wanted
sorry.
to like
Thank you for the follows.
dethrow me as mayor,
Thank you.
basically. That's where like the whole like Showback Makura stemmed from as well.
Oh, the
was like
Makura
the
was so
showback-
sick! Holy shit!
Yeah.
Yeah,
The
that's
what-
where that's where it all started. From like there was like a bunch of GTA RP Andes who ran for mayor and they didn't want me to be mayor basically, and like they lost the election, and then they were like kind of mad about it, and then they were like, "Oh, this guy's a corrupt mayor. He's this and that," and then there was like another side of it, and then yeah, like it all stemmed up to like 2 Makoras. So it was cool.
I think
It
the
was the
undead-
good content that came out of it.
Yeah, I think the undead
Yeah, I
RP was
agree.
great. The only thing that was better than that to me was, remember the first troll meeting, kind of where they punished them to go into a dungeon with 3 people in Wailing Caverns? I was
Oh,
so
yeah.
jealous when I watched that. The other day it came up on my YouTube, so I watched it a little bit. It was so sick.
Oh,
They also burnt S-Fans, right?
Yeah.
yeah, they did.
Yeah.
It's
They
so good.
sacrificed him. Yeah. That was good.
And the early RP was sick. Like when you think back on it, it was such a long fucking time
Yeah.
ago.
Mhm.
Oh, yeah. And,
That's
and me and
crazy.
Miskif as well with the orcs, he was like, let's duel basically, and I was playing on controller, and then I beat him in the duel.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I remember that. And then you got War Chief, right?
And then I got War Chief, and I was like, I don't even want to be War Chief. I don't know what I'm supposed to do. It was funny though.
Yeah, that was amazing. That was amazing. I remember. I watched that. I watched that duel.
Yeah, it feels like a lifetime ago, honestly. Like it's been so long. I don't know. It's been like 4 months, and yeah, it's crazy to think.
What was your? Who had your favorite arc in OnlyFangs?
Ooh.
I'm gonna say
Favorite
L1.
arc?
I'm gonna say T1.
Oh yeah.
Ooh,
Oh
yeah.
Wait, that's so easy. That's actually such an easy answer. You're right. 100%. Even his death was so cinema.
Yeah,
Like,
it was.
like everything that he has said during that wipe, and have you seen all of the different cartoons that were made on it? I think there's like
Everything is a
3 different
meme.
ones.
Fuck
Oh
it,
my
I'm
God.
death wishing.
The one on
It's
Ozzy's
so
channel
good.
is so good.
It's so good. It's so good. And the ending, like finish. You know, the entire
Yeah.
thing is just so cinematic.
Yeah.
Like it's sad that he died, but it was. And the fact that it's also Baron because of his League background, that was also like a nice touch.
Growing on Baron.
Yeah.
It
Yeah,
could
no,
have
I
been better,
agree.
actually. Like, looking back, the death was so good. Like,
Yeah. It's actually so much better than if he had been disconnecting with us now, for example.
yeah.
Oh,
I think
100%.
that outro was so much better for him.
Mm-hmm.
I think it sucks a little bit, like how he kind of cried about it afterwards. But I think
Like you
yeah,
mean the crashing out?
yeah, the crash out afterwards, I think ruined it a little bit. But he had a fucking
Yeah.
legendary run.
The crash out, I
in
kind of
general.
liked it.
I'm kind of mixed about it.
Not
It
gonna
was
lie.
funny, but it's not funny with the people getting attacked for it, you know? But it was funny. I agree. It was very on brand for him to have that crash.
Yeah,
I
that's
mean, they
true.
didn't get attacked
I don't know.
for
I
long,
just don't
right?
appreciate.
Just a little bit.
He made fun of my medical condition. Like I've been taking medicine for my shaky hands for like years,
No way.
and like I didn't appreciate that. Like being like you can make fun of like
Yeah.
how I look, but like my like my arthritis.
Okay, that's
But
fucked
it-
up. I
you
didn't
know,
know
it's
that.
like that's
Oh.
that's just something I can't control. You know.
The sunglitters, let me give you the context. So he thinks that Zico misclicked ice block, and he's calling Zico some kind of like mental nervous person who's fat fingering his binds because he ice blocked air, he ice blocked nothing. But
That's
the thing is,
crazy.
Zico was like the main mage who understood the mechanic and ice blocked to remove his debuff,
Yeah.
which drains your
Yeah, I
mana.
remember.
But he
Yeah.
just didn't know, so it became such a like, oh no, like, what is he
Yeah.
saying? Because he was so wrong.
No, but I think he had a legendary arc in general.
think
I
so,
thought
too.
I thought it was really cool also to get to know the league side of Twitch, like all the league viewers, because I never had a chance to really interact with
Yeah,
that.
I don't know
part
if I'm
of-
happy
of-
about that part.
I mean, they're
Of course
toxic
he's
assholes,
glazing
but
the
like.
League viewers, new League of Legends streamer.
glazing
No, I,
League.
I
Of
mean, I think it's kind of cool because, like, I've been streaming some League. I don't
Some.
know if
Oh,
you guys know.
really?
You baited us for them.
You've been on like 18 hours playing League. It's actually crazy. I don't know how you're doing it.
I played a few casual games of League this last month, and I think it's
Uh-huh.
cool though. It's cool to see
Right.
like there's like a little bit of a crossover. Some League viewers who want to watch WoW and the other way around. So I think that's cool.
There's a
Uh,
crossover? Really? How did you recognize it?
I think because of the League streamers who came into OnlyFangs.
Oh, are you saying the League streamers helped you path into League?
Well, yeah, I guess in a way. Well, it depends, I guess, how you view it. But I
Okay.
think ZNN helped me.
ZNN,
Reach-
ZNN.
Yeah, I think it's
Shout out
all
to
ZNN,
ZNN.
to be honest. I think it's all ZNN. I think ZNN made
Yeah.
made me more discoverable to like non-WoW viewers in general.
Yeah,
That's
that's
what
fair.
I think.
Dude, Zico, and not glazing you or whatever, but you could stream anything. You don't
No,
have
keep
to be
glazing,
tied
keep
to one
glazing.
game. You can do anything.
Keep glazing, keep glazing.
Okay.
Yeah, Zico, I believe in you too. I believe in you too.
I appreciate
18-hour League streams, if that's what you prefer. You're welcome back to WoW whenever you want to as well. If you want to play other stuff, we
Yeah,
had a
dude,
Warcraft
you-
3
I-
arc.
Yeah, I heard
You
about
want to
that.
join that?
No, I want to join this other thing. What is this repo thing that you guys are doing? What's up
Repo
with
fucking
that?
sucks.
I needed to hear it because I wasn't sure. So people have been telling me Sunglitter says it sucks, but I wasn't sure if they're like taking it out of context. Okay, so you just think the game sucks, yeah?
Yeah, so I was playing with 10 people. I was invited with 10. Like, usually you don't play
Was
with
that
10,
your
but
first time?
no, second time.
Okay.
I played
'cause
1
10
hour
people sounds
before.
awful.
Yeah. But I just left after 10 minutes. I tried to enjoy it. I tried to fake it. I couldn't.
I tried to fake it. Oh,
Yeah.
it's that bad.
Yeah, you sound like my ex.
Yeah.
Oh no.
That's fucked up.
That is hilarious. But yeah, I mean, I think getting together with like party games in general could be fun. Like we did the fast food simulator that time. I think we were 6 people at that point. I don't remember.
The format
yeah,
was
yeah,
fun, but the
definitely playing
10
some
people,
variety
that was
together, I think,
crazy
would be
shit.
a cool thing to do if we can convince Zico to get out of the league.
Yeah,
Zico,
no, I'm down.
you seem like a person who just always plays one game. You did it with League 2. Why did you not like hop into WoW like a little bit? Like you get like so focused on one game.
Yeah, I think I'm a bit autistic in that regard.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm like that with everything in life. Though. I'm very like all or nothing, if that makes sense.
Yeah, that's fair. How
yeah,
high did you push, by the way?
I think I'm like plat 3 right now.
Okay.
Not great. It's not
What
terrible.
was your goal? Like, what were you hoping for?
I wanted to get diamond, but
That is not close. Did you know Emerald comms too?
yes, sunglitters. I know there's
Wait,
emerald.
it's not
okay? I've
diamond
been
after platinum?
informed.
No, I
No,
had the
it's
same
not.
issue.
Apparently, there's emerald now as well.
Yeah.
What?
Zico, did
I was
you
gonna
know?
say, what do you mean? That's kind of close, isn't it?
Zico, did you know I played the same amount of League and I got to Emerald? By the way.
Ooh, what?
Whatever. Sunglitters, you
League?
whatever.
No way!
You're playing on an A. It doesn't count.
Last
Like,
year,
it doesn't
last year I
count.
did that, like from Iron to Emerald in a month.
Listen, the league is bad,
Gamer.
okay? The meta is fucking bad, okay? Like, all the camps that I play suck, okay? So it is what it is. I'm
I'll
an
blame the
assassin main.
champs.
Assassins are cringe right now. And you
Sunglitters,
play on
what did
NA
you play?
Sunglitters.
I played jungle.
Jungle. Oh wow.
Really?
Cool.
Yeah,
mid
I got it like at first I played top lane and then I was stuck in Iron and I switched to jungle and then I got from like bronze to emerald in like 3 weeks.
That's so cool. What the hell? I tried playing ranked ones. I got to bronze 2. and then I
The game
stopped.
is super hard. I mean, I played like a lot of years ago, like 10 years ago, I played jungle too. So, then I was
I just
diamond.
tried to
but-
play. I tried to play Annie in mid. Like,
Annie!
oh.
Oh, of course, Annie!
That's not
And
bad.
then I couldn't do anything. I was stuck at bronze. I played for like a week straight. I think, if I remember correctly. And then I think the
Honestly-
season reset, and then I just gave up.
Bronze for a new player is really good. Like, I feel like League is such
Yeah.
a hard game to learn. Like, I feel like if you don't play it from when you were young, it's really hard to get into.
A lot of
Right.
knowledge,
Yeah.
for
Well,
sure.
thank you for giving me some comforting words.
No, I think it's
but
the
I would
same
like
as
to play
learning
more League, though.
Warcraft.
I enjoy it. It's just very hard.
Mm.
Like my brain didn't make sense of it properly. But yeah, maybe I'll have a League arc in the future sometime.
If you do, hit me up.
Don't do it.
Send some deals.
Sunglitters, join us. Let's go.
Yeah, Sunglitters, stop playing on
Some
NA.
flex queuing.
Okay.
Is it called flex? I think.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah. Okay.
Hmm.
Sunglitters, I have a dream, and we need to make it happen.
You have a
and I've
dream?
told you about it several times. Yes.
Ooh.
The bot
You need to
lane
play-
together with the
Yes.
Jenna?
Yes, we need to play Janna Draven, okay? Draven has like a reporter skin where he's like a host or whatever. He has like a
funny.
microphone and shit. And Janna has like a weather girl skin. We need to play a ZNN bot lane one time. It has to happen.
Oh
They
my
have to
god.
transfer
this
my
is so
whole
funny.
account for that and they have to transfer it back.
Just buy,
Make a new
just level a
account.
new account.
Oh.
Wait,
like-
ask
it's like
Sunglitters
5
how she
euros.
got banned in LOL. You got banned?
Wait, you got banned?
Yeah.
Why?
Wait, for what?
Do you want me to tell you the story?
Yes.
Okay,
If
so I
you're
used to
up
be
for it,
I used to
yeah.
be very competitive, toxic. I called people idiots when they were idiots, but that's normal, right? So
Right.
maybe I said other words too. I don't remember. But the catalyst of the ban was where, you know, when you're a jungle, everybody blames the jungle when things go wrong. Like even like
Yeah,
from like
that's
level
fair.
3 or whatever. So I was already pissed going into the game. Everyone was flaming me because like Fiddlesticks wasn't good at the time, so they were already mad. So I was just like leveling. I see my top lane dying a bunch, like 0-3 after like 4 minutes or whatever. And then like you know you can't gank, right? Because if you gank, they die anyways. Then you die with 3 people. So I said, okay, let me just get level 6, because level 6 Fiddlesticks is like real strong. But they kept like flaming me, calling me idiot and stuff, and especially the top laner, he pissed me off. So I went into the top lane. I said, I know.
Do you run it down?
No, I did not. Of course not. I said, oh, I know you're gonna get ganked soon. Just push the lane a little bit. I'm gonna wait in the left side of the bush. And of course he's gonna get ganked. I saw it. I said, my ult is ready. And then I watched him die and I did nothing. Stood in the jungle and then I...
Wait, you let him die on purpose?
Yeah, and I watched him. I said, fuck yourself,
Oh
you bitch.
my
Okay, I did
God.
not say bitch, but then I went AFK after too.
You were AFK.
My whole team was incredible assholes to me the entire
Oh my
time.
God.
So they did deserve it. They deserved it. I
Okay,
would
I
do
have to
it
ask.
again too.
That is fair. I have to ask you. People say League makes you toxic.
Yeah,
Would you
it
say
does.
that you've ever been toxic in other games, or is this something that's exclusive to just League for you?
That was actually the game that made me play Hearthstone. Because I did not want to have teammates anymore. So I looked for a
Yeah,
single
that's
player
fair.
game. So, and
And
after...
you haven't been toxic to anyone since?
No, I couldn't
games?
be in Hearthstone. So I stopped playing League.
Mm.
But I think
Right.
I'm not toxic.
Yeah, I
think
can't
it's-
imagine you being toxic. That's the thing. That's funny.
I can. What? I can.
Yeah?
I can for sure.
Like going AFK in a game and like watching people die, baiting them that you're gonna help them. That's crazy.
But if somebody calls you an idiot over and over and blames you for themselves being bad, it's incredibly tilting.
And
Yeah,
this
no,
is
I
the
can
person.
imagine.
This is the person who came up with. I hope you hate your hobbies. I could see it. Like, I'm just gonna be honest. I could see it.
But I didn't get perma-banned. I got like a 2-week ban. It's not that
Yeah,
bad.
Okay.
that's fine.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
fine.
that's okay. That's okay. Yeah.
It's like a rite of passage in League anyway. Like
Yeah.
everybody's gotten chat restricted, low priority queue.
Yeah.
Everybody's gotten a couple of weeks ban. It's like it's how they welcome you to the game, basically. You'll see it, Annie, if you start playing.
Yeah.
I think
Very
in my
triggering.
when I played, it was like a week or two. There was one person I wrote back to him like "F you too," and my whole
Oh,
chat
you-
was so
you said
shocked
"F
because
you
I never.
too"?
Well, because I never. Well, I wrote like "FK," right? But even that, like, I don't normally like get tilted to like say that to like random people. And my
kick
chat
shook,
was like, "What the
actually.
heck? She's changing." But then like I stopped playing after that. So. Because people were so stupid. So I actually understand that it's tilting. Like people are sometimes just so toxic and stupid, and it makes you feel like giving
It's
up.
crazy.
I don't know.
Yeah.
The advanced levels of toxicity is what impresses me the most about League. Like, there's like it's like like normally like in WoW we're civilized.
Mhm.
We just talk shit about your
Sure.
mother and that's it. That's pretty much it. But in League
Okay.
they have such an advanced system
They
of
break you
insults.
down.
It's crazy. Like
Yeah.
Wait,
I
can
performed
you give an
badly in a
example?
game. Yeah,
Yeah.
sure. So I performed badly in a game like about a week ago, and there was another guy on my team who performed also really, really bad. So we were like all getting stomped, and one dude on my team just linked an Amazon link after the game with a rope.
Oh!
It was just like a
God.
link to buy a rope on Amazon, and he just linked that in like the that was the only thing he said. So obviously, like
crazy.
he couldn't speak during the game.
Oh
So,
my
like when the game
God.
was over, and like by the way, why do they even have like a chat box where you can talk to the enemy team after the game? Like that seems like a stupid idea. But
I
yeah,
agree. I don't know where that came from.
he just linked it there. I'm just like, wow, this is
What
like,
the heck?
if it wasn't so
Whoa.
toxic, it would like almost be impressive. It's fucking crazy, dude.
Yeah.
It's
Oh
insane.
my God.
It's
I
insane.
saw.
Like the advanced levels of toxicity is unmatched.
It's actually interesting you say that. Advanced levels of toxicity. I think I saw something recently, a clip of somewhere, where someone said that the new way for people to tell people to like go kill yourself, what they say instead is, "I hope you go to heaven."
Oh yeah.
What?
There's a lot of ways to say it.
So apparently that's like the
insane.
nice way to say it.
I hope you go to heaven. I mean, yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah.
That is insane. Wow.
Yeah.
Damn, that shit went dark real quick.
Yeah.
That's fucking
Yeah,
crazy.
people are messed up.
Yeah. Damn, I'm gonna miss this. We need to keep
I
hanging
know.
out.
Leak?
I know
Oh.
we won't,
I
but
agree.
like we
What do you know we
should.
won't?
Let's make it happen. Let's make it happen. We planned.
Yeah.
Okay, so we tried to plan like the other day, and then a lot of people were like, "Oh, what's going on?" Streamers are actually terrible at planning. This is true, but
Yeah.
we're not gonna give up. Okay.
Okay.
I'm
We
pretty
will-
good at planning. I'm
Yeah.
also good
No,
at
you-
showing up.
You are exactly. So Sunglitters and I were
Sunglitters, you're
so
the- you're
ready,
the
but
secretary.
everybody else
he's
was
good
so
too.
bad.
Yeah, it's
Who's
good.
good too?
You are good at it too, like showing
Oh,
up
oh,
and being on
cute.
time
I thought you
and
said
stuff.
someone else.
No.
Yeah, so we make it happen. We make it happen. We invite more people and we get some games together.
Okay. You guys organize everything and come up with all the ideas, and I
you
just show up and leech.
Yeah. It's
Perfect.
it's a really easy role that you have. You just have to show up, but some
Yeah,
people
I'll show
failed
up.
with that step. Okay.
No,
True.
I will show up. I will show up. I
Okay.
am usually very respectful of other people's time,
I'm
and I'm
calling
usually
out
very
Guzu
punctual.
right now. He kept playing Warcraft, and we said we're gonna do what's it called, Repo or whatever.
Sunglitters
Eh,
crashing out.
yeah, and he kept saying, "Oh, let's do it another time, another time, another time."
Listen, if you set a time and a date with me, I will show up. Okay? If you say on Friday we're doing this, and I will say, okay, on Friday, am I busy? No, I don't have a life. All right, let's do it.
Okay.
Okay. And you won't be like just one more league game.
No.
Okay.
If there is
I
a
like
time
that.
and a day that's set in place,
we
I will
had
be
a
there.
day and a time, and then yeah, people didn't show up.
I wasn't invited, so I can't speak on that. I think
Yeah,
my
we
invite
assumed
got, like,
you were,
lost in the
stuck
mail
in
or-
your cave. Yeah.
Yeah. No,
Yeah.
that's the
It's
worst,
probably in
man.
your
When your friends
mailbox right
start
now, actually.
assuming, when your friends start assuming that you're not gonna show up, so they don't even bother asking, that's the worst, chat.
Oh, fuck.
It happens though. It happens. It's all good though, Sanglitty.
Oh.
I
mean,
don't
now
blame
we
you for it.
know.
Oh, okay.
Now we know, so it's yeah, it's gonna be okay. Now we know that
I
you're
would love to.
reachable even when you play League.
Yes, no, I would love to actually, because like I said, I suck at keeping in touch with people. So, but I want to. So that's something I got to work on.
Mhm.
And I think OnlyFangs has been like a good way to kind of open the door, but we still got to take those steps, right?
I feel like I called Guz out for no reason. I think it was my fault too. I don't know.
No, it's okay. If anyone takes it super serious, guys, it's not that serious. Like we're
Yeah,
mostly
don't.
just joking around. Like it's
Guzu,
fine.
Dad.
Yeah, no, it's not that serious.
Yeah.
Okay, so whose other arcs did you guys enjoy in OnlyFangs? Like who was somebody who surprised you? Like you maybe haven't seen their content before, and you were like, damn. This guy actually had a good arc.
I think Grubby had a decent arc.
Yeah.
I
Grubby's arc was
maybe a little
pretty
bit
good.
biased because I died with him at 55. But I think seeing him venture into WoW as well, especially coming from a non-social background streaming wise, like he didn't really used to do things with streamers in the past. Coming in and like taking WoW so seriously, putting in the hours, putting in the grinds, learning everything along the way too. He went mage first, and he went druid, and even when he was playing druid, he was he was playing tank, he was playing DPS, he even tried out healing. Like, he put in full effort into the whole thing. Yeah, I think his arc was awesome. His death, unfortunately, was really bad. Like, in the end, I mean,
I really
Yeah, I
appreciate
agree with
people
that.
who like organize things after things are done. So I really love that he
True.
did the Warcraft tournament that keeps things going, you
Agree.
know, because it
Yeah.
would be so easy to just now like just keep like move on from everything. But I really love people who can bring people together. So love Gory for that.
hosting the event. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
Because he realized, I really enjoy this event and stuff, so let me put in my foot and create my own little event with part of the people who were there. And that in itself was also really successful. And really fun too for us experiencing Warcraft for the first time. So yeah, I think, I would put Grubby's arc up there for
I
sure.
think my favorite was like Faitham, how they were like so happy when they were
Yeah.
chosen for the raid. And they
Yeah.
had so many iconic clips, like Baby
Save
Girl,
the
like,
rogue.
stuff like that, Save the
Yeah.
Rogue. Like,
Yeah.
I feel like it's, I don't know, it made feel OnlyFangs so much more, like, I don't know the word, but like wholesome, and everyone,
Yeah.
everyone loved them. Like all kinds of different people just appreciated that they play together as a family, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
100%. Yeah.
I'm gonna say a controversial name. One of my favorite people
Oh,
Uh-oh.
yeah.
that I thought, because I played with this person in the last OnlyFangs, and I'm not gonna lie, he was just like a WoW sweat. It wasn't, like he was just a good source of information for the game. He wasn't like, you couldn't really tell too much about his personality. It was strictly business. And I'm gonna say it, man. The bald rat, dude, the rat king, Sardako, man.
Sadako, yeah.
He had a great fucking arc. Like,
Yeah.
he went from being just a pure WoW sweat, like if you need to learn the game, basically, you can ask him about anything. But more than that, there's there's not really anything else to know about him. He went from that to really showing who he is.
Yeah.
He had an insane fucking arc. He had an insane arc.
that's
The
actually
villain
crazy.
arc.
Mhm.
I love the villain art.
watching him
Sadiko,
roleplay.
fuck it, you know?
And also, like, all the things that came out about Sardako. There was like a week in OnlyFangs where Sardako was just the main character. It was just like
Yeah.
all about his acting and
Swipe
When
Fucking
his movie
movies
came
and
out.
shit.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, that movie was epic. That's true.
I
I
watched.
have to say though,
Yeah, go ahead, Annie.
you're not the first person to say this, but
Mm-hmm.
people see it as Sardako's villain arc started in OnlyFangs 2, but it was there
Mm-hmm.
in OnlyFangs 1. I don't know if I maybe played more than other people, but even in OnlyFangs 1, he was already like quote unquote asshole
Villain?
personality coming out at that point too. But it seems like it wasn't as, maybe it didn't reach as many people at that point. I'm not sure. This time for sure there was much more exposure, but I think even back then it was there. He was doing his part of like basically baiting, right? Because he's like a bit of drama baiting to make it entertaining or whatever. I think he was happy to be the villain even back then. I can't give specific examples because I don't remember. It's been so long now. But I do remember that he had moments even back then.
You need people like that, you know? Can't, like, not everyone can be like
Honestly,
nice always.
I agree. I think Sardako being a bit of an asshole was like good flavor in the guild.
Yeah.
I remember comparing it to Yamato. In my opinion, I think Yamato was too much. I don't think that was too entertaining. In the end, it was kind of boring with him like using his daddy card to get out of jail all the time. But I think Sardako's villain
Daddy
arc, I
cut?
think
Are you
Later-
saying?
later team one.
Can you clarify, Daddy cut?
well, he got in trouble, so he talks to his dad to get him out of the trouble.
His dad is
Tyler Wood.
Tyler One Daddy.
Tyler.
Okay. ZNN.
Is there any layer team 6 in the lair?
Daddy One.
Write it down, sunglitters. Write it down.
Okay.
Daddy One.
Write down D1.
D1. Daddy One.
Can you believe at the very end of everything, he also just didn't stick with Tyler in his final moments. Like, after everything that happened, he lived and Tyler died.
Yeah. I think that was like poetic justice for some people, though. I think you know who's really happy about that?
Yeah.
Pirate Software and Pirate Software viewers. I think they're very happy about that. I think Asmongold was very happy about that.
About Yamato not dying? Oh, you mean because like outing him to be okay? I see.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because now he's the roach, he's the rat, he's this and that. You know.
I can get that. Yeah.
So I think there's a lot of people on the internet who are probably happy about that.
Yeah, I think a lot of people did use it as like proof of like, look at him, like he is worse himself, and he made such a big deal.
Yeah.
I think he did roach though quite a bit, Yamato. So I don't know.
Yeah,
but I think having Yamato around was fun content. I think the one thing I love about Yamato is that he was not afraid to
speak up.
Confront people and just say what he thinks. So like
That's
he wasn't how do you say
like holding back?
Yeah, he didn't really hold back.
Okay.
He would just say what he thinks. He was like pretty unfiltered, which I liked.
True.
Yeah.
I kind of was still hoping for the pirate redemption arc, and I feel like it could have been so easy to do it. Just like a few different decisions, and we could be here in a call with pirates, laughing about what happened, saying, what am I supposed to do? I had no mana, and he would laugh too.
I mean, that would have been a nice ending, honestly. It would have been. Because at the end of the day, I hate hate which is prolonged. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Like when something goes on forever, because like the DDoS happened and people are like, oh, it's pirate doing it, and it's like, he's tried to move on, and then people keep like dragging him into things, and from like his POV that really sucks too, right? Because it's like I've tried to move on, but people keep mentioning me in contexts that I'm not interested in.
Yeah.
But if that could have been done in a different way where everybody gets together again, that would have been nice.
Yeah, I don't think like whenever people think about OnlyFangs, they think about that drama, because that was just the biggest in the first.
That was the
real
biggest
big one.
Yeah.
So I don't think you can move on from it unless you also just forget about OnlyFangs. To be honest, because it's just so ingrained now, like in everything.
I think he could have just handled that. Like, even if the goal is to just move on, I think he could have handled that a lot better. I think if he just joked around with it and showed that he doesn't actually care, I think people would have forgotten about it right away.
Harder. You're right, because you know how like Pika has like the roach meme, and he's like, he made his own emote, and he's like totally fine with people calling him a roach. I think when people say things about you and you take it fine and it's like whatever, you laugh at it too, that is technically the best way to like calm things down. But I think he doesn't have the personality to enjoy that, and not everybody's the same, right? So for some people it's not funny, and then he's not going to be able to like pretend it's funny, and it just became friction.
I think he just had so many ways to, like, it was really served for him on a silver platter. But I think I don't know. I mean, I guess people are just different, right? People are like sensitive to certain things, I guess. And like,
I think he was really triggered by Yamato, like, because Yamato was like,
but like, even like, when the layer team 6 shit happened, man, if I was pirate, bro, you know what I would have done?
What?
Like when Yamato got sentenced to the arena,
in and kill Yamato?
I would have summoned my 8 billion thousand fucking viewers, and I would have went up to the Gurubashi arena, pre-casted a portal, and just casted one blizzard tick, and then just taken the portal and roached out, and then just let my minions kill him.
True. Like
I would have done that. It would have been the best clip of the internet.
I mean,
Pirates
that would
Revenge.
be huge.
That would have
content.
been. It would have been the content. Like it would have just been the perfect way to end it. And then anytime somebody brings it up, I'll be like, "Yep, I dealt with him." It would just be the best mic drop ever. Be like, "Yep, I roached so hard that I killed him."
He had so many viewers then too, right? Like 20,000 or something.
Yeah, I mean, it would have been over, man. It would have been so over. Like, there were so many times where he had a chance. Like, if he just sat down and thought about it a little bit, where he could have just closed the book on this chapter and even came out like in a good way. But I think his ego was maybe a bit too bruised. Yeah.
I think he's just not the person to like make content in that way, you know? Make a big scene, make a gotcha moment. I think for him, his personality
just wanted to kill it.
Feels better to just kill it. Yeah, just kill it and move on.
Yeah.
No.
Oh, I also loved Shobek's arc too. I was just a little bit sad that he stopped playing so fast.
Did he stop after the arena moment?
I think he just died a few times, and yeah, I think after the arena he stopped.
He stunned the wrong person. Did you guys see that?
Yeah, Shobek attacking the wrong rogue.
He stunned the wrong rogue. If he had stunned the correct rogue, I think Yamato might have died actually. But he stunned the wrong rogue. Like he stunned the rogue that was killing Yamato. If I remember correctly.
People are saying he died while he was getting boosted.
Oh yeah, he did re-level. He died. Didn't he die in Skolomans?
Yeah.
I think Death Row killed
people
him.
are saying that. Blame Death Row.
No.
Yeah, I think Death Row might have been responsible for that one. Yeah.
Death Row has also been really fun to play with. He's been pretty awesome and very helpful too. Also very funny.
Yeah, I'm glad that he got invited. I think he brought a lot of flavor to the game. You know, like there was a lot of people who weren't like necessarily full-time streamers or even big streamers who added a lot of like they buffed flavor. The streamers that they were with. You know what I mean? Like some of my favorite buffs for sure was like Death Row. Like one time I streamed 100%. With Death Row and this guy was just selling out super hard. He was just like, okay, we need switch times. We need a level 10 hype train, guys. We need can I get a level 11 hype?
He is such a hype
like
man.
He farmed like 1,500, 2,000 subs or something for me one time when I streamed with him.
Much? That's crazy.
Yeah. Like, I don't know.
Yeah. No,
I was just like, bro, like we're overdoing it. It's not going to happen. And then like,
that's
boom.
Crazy.
I don't know, dude.
He would be playing with me and Grubby as well, and he would refuse to stream himself because we tried to tell him to stream too. But he was just there to make content for us. Like he was. Yeah. He was always so selfless.
I had a bad interaction with him at first, and I was like, "What the fuck? What an asshole!" He told me he was role playing an asshole, and I didn't believe him. But then I kind of did. Like I noticed later, maybe he was role playing an asshole.
Yeah.
But then we made up. It was it's nice.
It's nice though,
there's misunderstandings, and then you can like move on from it. And it was possible because OnlyFangs lasted so long, you know.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah.
I thought he was a dick for like a month, but we had time to get to know each other. And now I really like him.
Yeah. Well, that's nice. A happy ending at least.
Yeah.
I remember when I met Sunglitters the first time, she was trying to recruit me to become a dancer.
Oh.
What?
Yeah.
And I said yes.
Yeah, I was trying to make money in the game in different ways. Look, I had my Make subscription service, then I tried to make a strip club, and then I became...
You were a stripper before you were on ZNN sign?
No, I was a pimp.
No, she
I feel like you should have put that on your CV.
The strippers.
Oh, I was trying to be a pimp, but it did not work out. And then I was a boy band manager too after you left me.
Oh.
I feel like we might get into some legal trouble here. Did I hire a pimp? Is that even legal to be a pimp?
I tried to be. I couldn't.
I hired a failed pimp.
Yes.
Write it down.
I have to say, Sunglitters has been also one of the best people that I have met for the first time through this event. And I think this is not just like my POV. I think it's also really clear from like the community in general. Everybody loves Sunglitters. Like everyone talks about Sunglitters. Everyone loves her. Like you have been such an incredible addition to OnlyFangs. And I heard from my chat yesterday that you reached out to Soda Mod. And you got invited through asking for an invite like that because you didn't really know anybody else.
Yeah.
I'm so glad you did.
I was lying in bed at like 2 a.m. was watching Soda, and I heard him talk about, who's this person in the guild? Like Soda said this, and then I saw Vulps right in the chat. Oh, I invited them, and then I was thinking, ooh, I'm smart. Like I could message somebody that has invite powers to the guild. Because no way Soda reads my message, right? Like why would he do that? So I whispered Vulps, and like 2 hours after I got an invite, I'm like, oh shit.
Perfect.
Vulps MVP.
That was really smart. Yeah, Volp's MVP.
I gotta agree with Annie. You have been, I mean, you know, like we've glazed you before.
I
and
love it.
you know, sunglitters. I don't like glazing you because you
Why
literally
not?
told your viewers to every time another streamer talks about you and glazes you, you want them to clip it and then you want them to link it to you so you can watch other people glaze you. I don't know.
Yeah, I love it.
I don't know what's going on with that. That's yeah. I mean, it's kind of on brand for you, but like
Oh,
also,
thank
I don't
you.
want to glaze you too hard when you're like that.
Oh,
I
why
hope you
not?
understand. Because it's just, I don't know. It's just like, okay, great. I'm gonna be added to her fucking little scrapbook now. No, you know, fuck that.
Oh, Zeke wants to be different.
I mean, I want my glaze to carry a little bit of weight. Like, I don't glaze anybody just like that, you know?
Right,
So,
you don't
like,
give it out
just
for
adding
free.
me to the list of people glazing, it just doesn't, like, you know? My glaze,
Right.
it's worth a little bit more. So, yeah.
So what should I do? Like, how should I honor it? Like,
I mean, like,
Good question.
you can add it to as a sub sound. If you add it as a sub sound, then it's like, okay, yeah, my glaze is
Sub
a little
sound.
bit more, you know, like something
Okay.
like that. Yeah, like you gotta make it like if it's just like, okay, I'm gonna watch this guy glaze now. Okay, now that's done. Okay, like it just doesn't do it for me. You know what I mean?
Okay, okay.
Maybe add it as your ringtone when somebody
Right.
calls you, or like when you have a voicemail. It starts with me glazing, and then you know
alarm
the
clock?
voicemail. Yeah,
Start the
alarm
day
clock.
with
oh,
Zico glazing you.
That's another great idea right there. I mean, you have to make it stand out, otherwise you're not getting glazed. But jokes aside, it has been really fun to discover you, and also Volps. Volps is the MVP of this guild. Like actually, Volps has been running this guild.
yeah, Soda
And,
keeps saying that.
I'm very thankful to Volps.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Indeed. All the
Tuka
mods.
also
I don't
did
know how
so
exactly
much.
Yeah,
Tuka, by the way.
Tuka did a lot too. I don't know who worked on the add-on. Is that Volps?
Mocktail?
That's Mocktail.
Yeah.
Mocktail.
Mocktail fucking carried as well. The
Yeah,
voice
yeah.
proximity has been amazing.
Yeah.
Actually.
No, for sure, for sure. Yeah, no, it's been incredible. Incredible team of people making everything possible.
True.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think the
Oh.
voice proximity, especially in the start, it carried a lot. I feel like it eased a lot of interactions with other streamers. Because it's like it's different if you're just talking to somebody in game and you're not on voice, right?
Yeah.
But it's also
Yeah.
different asking somebody, hey, can you I'm in this Discord channel, you know, like unless you're doing like a dungeon or something
100%.
together, it
Yeah.
doesn't really make sense.
Yeah.
But just like doing a little
Yeah.
drive-by comment,
Yeah.
I think that's really fun.
I think
there's
that's
a
how
lot of
Hubert
fun
was
moments
discovered.
with that.
Because people noticed him in voice proximity because he had such a unique voice.
Yeah.
So I think voice proximity was like a big way to discover Hubert for sure. Because many streamers started interacting with him and was like, "Ooh, like who's this? Wait, what's up with his voice?" You know, he was RPing so good. So I think without voice proximity, it would have been a bit harder to like stand out.
It gave it like a GTA RP type of feeling almost.
Yes, it really did.
By the
For
way,
sure.
I feel like if everybody in OnlyFangs would start GTA RP, that would be real fun. I never played it, but I watched it a few times in the past because like it was like blowing up on Twitch a few times, and it looked real
such
fun.
a terrible RPer. I played. Okay, so I was invited to No Pixel, and I played for like one day, and then
Yeah.
I quit because I had so much anxiety. Because like RPing, like thinking about how you're talking and like thinking about your story, like your backstory, and
You're probably bad at
not
it
knowing
too.
what I should do. Like I'm gonna log in, and what am I gonna do now? Like I don't know. I was so scared. I think. I mean, maybe if there's a lot of people that I know who are playing, maybe I'd be more.
Yeah,
Yeah.
imagine if a
But
lot
I got
of
scared.
noobs would join, like RP noobs from OnlyFangs, you know, at the same time.
Yeah, that's
That would
true.
be
That's
sick.
true. Yeah.
That would be sick.
Yeah.
I
If,
remember
if
when
the
to-
people who did OF went and
Yeah.
did GTA, that would be amazing.
That
actually,
could, yeah, that could be.
Because
then you
else
can
it's
also
really
interact with
intimidating
people.
joining a server like with people who have been doing it for years.
It
Yeah.
is, and they're so
Yeah.
good. Like I went to a hamburger shop and I got shouted in my face, and I'm just like,
Yeah.
respond to this. And then I was being slow with how to do the payment, and then the person was like insulting me for like not paying basically, and I'm like, I'm trying.
Dude, I
just
would
don't want
love
to
that.
do
Can we maybe get that to like maybe like make it work and try to get
I don't
people
know how
to do
works.
it?
Like make our own server.
I don't know. I have no clue.
Oh.
I'm clueless. But I would
Yeah, I
love
don't
it.
either.
I would
That's a
love
good
it.
idea.
Yeah, if we make our own server, like where we decide who's in, I think that could work. And then
And
easily ban people that
OnlyFangs
we don't
RP
like.
servers. I would
Yeah.
love that actually. That would
Or
be
we
sick. I
or
would be so down.
or we get adopted by a server who welcomes OnlyFangs people or something. I don't know.
I would play
Yeah,
that.
if they're in full support for us, yeah, because they'd have to,
They would have to be
realize
okay with
what it means
idiots.
for us to be there.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. People who are not very good at RP, etc., etc.
Yeah,
Really
I would
interesting.
love that. That would be sick. I already know. Like, I think I've never RP'd before, really, like in my whole life.
Me same.
Yeah, I'm kind of the
Before
same.
OnlyFangs.
Yeah.
But I think in OnlyFangs, I've broadened my horizon a little bit. I've done different kinds of RP.
Yeah,
so
I have
I've
seen
tried as
I think it could be
well.
fun.
As Zico, I saw ERP actually.
Really?
Yeah, ERP clips from Zico.
Zico?
Yeah, in
Can
the
you
guild.
explain yourself?
It was a druid, I think.
Yeah, it was with Storm. We had a
Wait,
We had a
Zico
moment.
with Storm?
moment. Don't worry about it.
Erotic roleplay, by the way.
It was just
I
an
need to see
an
this.
interview. No, you don't need to see it.
It's an interview? Is that what you do with interviews?
Yeah,
Some
special
interviews just
interview.
don't like that. It was a special interview. You tried to fuck Grubby the first time we had him on, and
I
he's like
did not
married or
even
something.
know
by
it.
the
I
way.
saw
So
Yeah,
that.
calm
he is
down.
deflecting now
Calm
because
down.
he actually did
I'm
ERP
not.
and mine was just a mistake.
I mean, I'm not
saw
gonna
that
say
clip.
Storm was a mistake. Okay, so like that's
Yeah, please don't call her a
that's
mistake,
fucked up.
okay? Yeah.
That's
yeah.
fucked up.
She's my
okay?
buddy. Yeah.
No, absolutely. I don't regret anything. That was fun.
Oh.
But yeah, no RP in GTA. I would RP as a news reporter. I mean, it's like you already have like the story laid down.
You're right.
So
You already have it.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's
if you
true.
have if you have a good, I think if you have a good character, then you're chilling.
You're right.
So I would do that.
I think that was my trouble. I couldn't really think of what character I have. So what I did when I was RPing, I tried to put on like a super Swedish accent, like "Hello, everybody."
You're so good at
moved-
that.
I just moved from Sweden, and it's really nice to meet you guys. So I was trying to do like that kind
That's
of thing.
really
but
good.
It's difficult for me to do that more than 5 minutes. You know, it's like because it's not natural for me to RP. And also, I run out of like what I'm supposed to say now. So, yeah, it was just hard.
Yeah.
I met this one person in the game. I think he noticed that I was new or something. I don't know. I never really. I don't know. But he tricked me basically. He told me to go to this phone booth and click on the button. So I did, and I ended up being teleported in the middle of the sea, and my character was dying due to drowning. And I was so confused. I was like, "What's going on?" And then he teleported too. And he dived into that water and he took my body out and like saved me, and I don't know. It was a crazy day. And at the end, I'm not even allowed to talk about it in the way that it happened. So I have to be like, "Oh yeah, like sorry, I was just like stuck in my head or whatever." Yeah, just so many RP rules. And so the next day I was like, "You know what? I'm back to WoW.
Back
I'm gonna
to
stream
WoW.
WoW today."
You gotta be creative with that shit. It's hard.
It's hard, yeah.
I just remembered something what I also thought was really funny. Like people that were considered to be like the best WoW players that kept dying in hardcore. That was really funny. Like for example,
Gingy?
Gingy keeps dying
Yeah.
in ZF, and I felt so good about myself that I didn't die. You know?
You
I
actually
was
did
too-
so good because you managed 2 max level characters before dying. That's a feat.
Well, thank you. And Pika, of course, keeps dying.
Yeah,
Yep.
peekaboo. How many times did he die? He died like 5 or
fans
6
too.
times, right?
And Zico.
What do you mean then, Zico? What?
Didn't you die a lot too?
Wait, how many times did Zico die? I don't remember.
I died. How did I die? I died in Ren's room at 60, and before that, what did I die on?
Ren's room.
I died in
How?
Makura. I think I only died in Makura.
Oh, okay.
On my characters before that. Yeah, I died to Sarah in a Makura on my rogue. Did I die AoE leveling? I don't think I did.
You know, I really enjoyed Mrs. Arc too, because he died so much, and then he was raid leader, right?
Oh, yeah.
And everyone was like, "Oh God, we're dead." And then he just locked in and surprised everyone. I loved that. But I kind of had a feeling he was gonna do it. You know, like I saw him in the chat. Was it in your chat actually, Zico? And he said, "Sunglitters, you're dead." And I screenshotted it, and I posted it on Twitter. I said, "GG." And then he was such a good raid leader. Like,
he was so locked in.
I was surprised. I thought because I think it was in my chat. Miz was in my chat the morning of the raid day, and he was like, how many do you think is gonna die? And I was like, I think like 10 plus are gonna die. He's like, I will bet you $5,000. 40 people will die.
Yeah. Wait, where's the $5,000 by the way?
Yeah.
Where?
I was like, I can't really take that bet. If I take it, he will just intentionally kill everyone. Like, what the fuck?
Okay.
But then he really, he locked in. It was so funny when he was at that PC cafe in fucking Japan.
Yeah.
And he was like, be right back, guys. My computer's running out of game time. I have to go and refill it.
So funny.
Yeah, he had to go and like refill his, because you have to pay hourly, and he's like, hour was up or whatever.
Yeah.
That was hilarious. And also the guys who were like cleaning behind him mid raid, it was just the most Miz shit ever.
And Miz organized the IRL meetings too, right? They were already cool too. The IRL meetings. It was fun to watch.
Yeah, they were cool too, for sure. They had like 2, right? Or 3. I don't remember. I think the first one was the cooler one because they had like proper cosplays and stuff.
Yeah. Soda was like a blue troll.
Yeah, when Soda showed up as the troll. So good.
Yeah, that was really good. Yeah.
All right, who was your favorite raid leader?
Tyler.
Tyler's raid? Okay.
Yeah.
What about you,
I
Judy?
think there's like a lot of entertainment with it.
And myself.
Oh.
Myself, obviously.
That's a good vote. Yeah.
No, honestly though, mine was the most fucked up. I have to say it again. Look, we did the draft. I didn't know I was gonna draft on that day. And 20 hours later, I did the raid. And we drafted until like 10 p.m. my time. I stayed up the whole night basically to message people because you know how hard it is to get people together. It was within like less than 24 hours. So I messaged people all night. I slept 2 hours. And they had 2 hours to study the mobs in MC. And at the time, people didn't really know MC yet. So I thought I have to log in, else it's all on me. So I was having a panic attack. I was like shaking from exhaustion. That was like crazy. That was so insane. Oh, I was freaking out.
You did really well though. Yeah.
I was impressed. I was really impressed actually.
Jesus. But it was like looking back on it, it was real fun. But holy fuck, that was really stressful.
I can imagine.
Else, like who raid lad?
I like Peyo's raid leading. I thought that was funny.
I did not see that, I think.
Peyo's raid leading was really good.
I don't remember if I saw it, but I remember it went well.
Yeah, it did.
Did I see that raid? I don't remember.
Zico, we got robbed of the ZNN raid lead, by the way.
I know. I got so shafted.
And then you also had to cancel your raid too, right?
Yeah, because of the DDoS. I mean, after seeing how it played out with the BWL,
Wait, you had to cancel the raid?
I don't regret it. Yeah, because
now you mean
we were
like
getting
BWL.
DDoS.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was the last MC before BWL. I was raid leading it. We were smooth. The raid was going so good. But yeah, I had to call it.
Wait, were you DDoS during that MC?
No, I wasn't DDoS, but the servers were getting DDoS.
I mean, yeah, like okay, I didn't realize that.
Yep. We had to
Oh,
call it
shit.
because we were so lucky. Like right after we killed a boss, the server would just crash. And like it happened on Gar, it happened on Magmadar, it happened on what's his name? Shazra. And after it happened on Shazra, I was like, dude, if this DC happens, like even 10 seconds
shit.
before, it's like we're all dead.
Yeah.
My raid really wanted to continue, the majority of them, but I said like, nah, there's enough people that don't want to do this where I have to kind of make a choice here as the raid leader.
Yeah, that was a good
just
call.
it.
Yeah.
I mean, it sucks because I wanted to finish the raid and have a good raid, but I think it was the right call.
Yeah. No, for sure.
At least we got to see.
Good.
If everyone died there, maybe we wouldn't even have gotten to see BWL.
True.
At least people got to see it. So at least something more. We got to make it for another week. You're welcome, OnlyFangs.
Yeah, thank you for your service, Zico. Prolonging our lives. Appreciate it. It would have been cool with the ZNN raid, though.
Yeah.
I guess in the end, everything became so chaotic. It's like, Zarya and Pika's gonna do a raid. Oh, never mind. Pika died. And then the next week, oh, what's happening now? We're doing 3 raids instead of 2 raids. And yeah, it was a little bit chaotic in the end, especially when people were just raid logging.
The raid logging sucked. But like that's just what happens in the game, right? Like
yeah, because some of us play League, in the other hours.
I mean, like, what am I supposed to do though? Like, I have full. I basically had full biz, and there's not really any dungeons happening anyway.
Oh, there was.
Like,
People doing dungeons.
Was.
I saw sunglitters doing dungeons all the time.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Zico, we only did one dungeon together. It's fucked up, actually.
No,
That
we did
is
more than
actually-
one.
I don't know. In the raids,
No.
yeah, but like not 5-man dungeon.
No. We did some 5-mans. Don't you remember that one day? We did like some skolos and shit.
Yeah, one day.
Sunglitter, from what I remember, you ditched that day, and then
no
we
way.
replaced you with Barney, and Barney died. So in a way, not only did you dodge the dungeons that you're complaining about now, but also you killed Barney.
Okay.
She's okay with that. I mean, to be fair, Barney killed themselves, right? I think that was intentional, wasn't it?
Yeah. Yep.
I think they said they wanted an ending for their character.
Yeah, that was a smart move on Barney's part. She wanted to kill her rogue because she wanted to make a shadow priest for her like YouTube video or whatever. And then she died on her shadow priest in BRD.
Yeah, that one was not on purpose. Yeah, the shadow priest dying was miserable.
She missed all the raids.
Yeah. Yeah, I remember.
Fuck.
That sucked though.
I think it was
I
with
enjoyed
bugs,
playing with
too.
Barney. Yep.
A few people stopped playing too early.
Yeah, I agree. People quit. But
I
it makes
wonder
sense 'cause
why.
It's
Like,
for
is that-
months,
Yeah, I wonder why they quit early. Is there some hidden drama and stuff,
Hidden drama? Wait,
Yeah, maybe-
there's drama?
I think
maybe.
some people just stop because it's not maybe so good for their stream. So they go back to like the games that's good for their streams.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, sure, there were some people due to drama, but some people they just go back to what's good for their stream. Like when Moon died, his entire chat was cheering because they didn't want him to play well.
What?
and
Really?
Yes, and he said himself too, like, okay, well, I guess I'm free now. So he was very fine with it too. And I think there was a lot of other variety streamers as well. They go back to their main game because viewership is tanking when the event lasts for too long,
Yeah. It has a DR.
Yeah.
I think it depends a little bit too. Like some people were
Yeah, it
doing, I would say,
varies.
better in WoW than they would in their main game. Even like after a long period of time. Like Tyler, I would say. I mean, I'm not familiar too much with his numbers, but he had really good numbers when he played WoW.
Yeah.
And I think a lot of people
Pirate
still wanted to
too.
see him play after he died. Yeah, you choose
yeah.
Sunglitters.
Yeah, me too.
Obviously for me, I'm like a
Yeah,
main WoW
Sunglitters was
Andy, so.
explosion. Yeah. Yeah, I think
I
for
think it
some
depends.
people it goes well, but yeah, for some people I think it starts tanking them too much, so they stop.
I didn't get to
Yeah, it
play
makes
with
sense.
Moon too much. I don't know. Should we played more?
I didn't really get to
He's very
play
funny.
with
Oh
him either.
fuck! I'm getting a delivery. Yeah, you are alone for like 10 minutes.
That's
back.
fucked up.
10 minutes?
Yeah.
Hurry up.
Okay. Wait, 10 minutes for a delivery? Oh
Yeah,
my
I
God.
don't. I think she's going to pick it up herself or something. I'm not sure. Maybe.
It's 10 minutes to the entrance of the house.
Yeah, I think she lives like in the woods or something. I'm not
Oh
sure.
my God. Yeah, but because I know some variety friends of mine who wanted to do more, but they like couldn't because their stream wasn't really interested. There were some people who were trying to continue by streaming on their alt accounts, like alt Twitch accounts, to not
Yeah.
tank their main channel's stats too much. But yeah, there were some people who were just like, sorry, I can't. Like Rob CD, you know, his viewers like him doing IRL stuff. They don't like to see him play games. So
Yeah.
he was kind of like, I think I need to kind of quit now. It's too much.
Lakari was like that too, because I remember when Lakari
Oh, yeah?
died, he
Yeah.
was supposed to raid lead MC, and then he died getting his buffs. And
yes, I remember. Yeah.
I talked to him afterwards because I had a couple of interviews with Lakari. He was like one of the people that I had no idea who they were before OnlyFangs, but then like during
Oh.
OnlyFangs,
Yeah.
we did some dungeons together. Like he asked me a bunch of mage questions because he started playing mage, and even like dueling. Like he wanted to learn about dueling, so like we had like a day where I just like taught him some mage v mage shit. And he was one of the people that like I became I would say
That's
like
nice.
kind of close to.
Yeah. Yeah.
But he said the same thing. Like when I asked him about it, I was like, "Are you gonna go again? Like, what's going on?" He was like, "Nah, I won't." My chat fucking hates it when I play WoW. They want
Yeah.
to see me do other things. They want to see me goon over anime, gacha games. So that's what we're doing. I was like, "Yeah, fair enough."
I
But
think that
do-
is true for 90% of variety streamers.
Hello.
Yeah, I
Then some
think
people popped off. Yeah.
I think swapping to a different game is refreshing for a while.
Hello,
Yes.
I'm back.
But after a while, that was the
that's quick 10
fastest
minutes.
10 minutes ever. What?
I guess you didn't miss me. It was 10 minutes.
There's no
That
way
was
that was 10
10
minutes.
No, that was not 10 minutes.
Okay.
You're fast. Welcome back, sunglitters.
Thank you.
Yeah, welcome back.
You were saying, Zico?
I was saying, I think it has a DR. I think that if you swap to a game, like, it's going to be interesting
Clark,
because it's like new and fresh
Thank
and
you for all the
whatnot
follows.
for a
You
little
didn't
while.
follow yet? Please
but
do.
after a while,
We're almost at the new
unless you
follower
can
goal. Thank you.
continue to like kind of elevate it, people are going to get
Yeah.
bored and they want to see something else, you know?
Yeah,
They want to see you do
exactly.
something else.
Yeah.
Do you, with that in mind, do you think OnlyFangs lasted too long? Because it started in November, right? In like mid-November, end November. It was like I think the 20th or some 17th or something like that.
Yeah, it's been like 4 months, which is crazy. Actually, yeah, 4 months, I think. I think that Blackwing Lair should have been like a month ago.
Oh, really?
And then I think, yeah, I think so. Because I think, well, so I think that we shouldn't stop after one clear of it. So I think we could have continued until now, but that we have already done Blackwing Lair. Because I feel like at the very end, people started only raid logging. Like you log in and there's nobody there.
Yep.
And I think if Blackwing Lair was a month ago, I think it would have been a little bit more,
Exciting.
a little bit less people, I
Oh.
guess, quitting. I think that's the main thing because a lot of people quit, right? And if it's a month earlier, it's less quitting, I think.
But a month earlier means we only did like 1 or 2 MCs right before BWL. Do you think?
Wait, was it only 6 weeks of MC?
I think we only did like 6 MCs.
I think
Oh.
so. 6 or
Okay,
7.
well, I think 3 is a good number. So
It was
maybe
8.
in that case,
Oh.
it was 8. Okay.
Okay, so maybe
Yeah.
a month
8?
earlier. Somebody, I got one guy in the chat.
Does anyone
maybe-
know how many weeks of MC it was, guys? Okay, people say 7 weeks. So I think like 4 weeks of MC, and then Blackwing Lair.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
think is like a good number.
I think in general, Classic is just a slower game, and I think for like
Well, then we wouldn't have closed
OnlyFangs.
though.
Yeah, because like you need to get the cloaks,
yeah,
and you need
true.
to. There's so many things that like you will do MC. Like if you're like a raider in Classic, even in like BWL patch, even in AQ patch, even in Nax patch, you're still gonna go back to MC because there
Yeah,
are certain
that's the
things
thing.
that you just haven't gotten. Like
Yeah.
the different recipes for like the big enchants.
Yeah.
Like those are the best enchants until you know the game is over.
Yeah.
Thunder Fury, like the legendary stuff like that. Certain set bonuses, certain items like quick strike ring, stuff like that. You know, are just like really good for like basically the entirety of the game. So
Yeah, no, 100%.
um,
Because that's the
I,
thing too. If we start after 4 weeks with Black Wing Lair, that doesn't mean quitting MC. You still continue with
that's
MC
true.
as well. So then you just have, like, instead of 2 or 3 hours of MC, you have like maybe 2 raid days or just longer raid day where you do both.
Ooh.
But yeah,
Yeah.
sorry, keep going.
Zico, you are like a PvP guy, right?
Mhm.
And in the Burning Crusade, there's like arena, right? Do you think
Yeah.
OnlyFangs PvP guild would work, kind of? Or does that not work?
OnlyFangs PvP guild.
Yeah, more like focused on PvP instead of PvE.
I think it should, in that case, if we're doing like a TBC thing, I think it should be focused probably on PvE, but people in the guild, I think naturally would want a PvP together.
Mm-hmm.
I think it could be interesting, but I don't think it would have the same kind of hype that this OnlyFangs did. I think it's really
PvP is
hard
limiting. It's only
Yeah,
like
it-
3 people in a team, or 5, I guess.
Yep.
Mm.
I think it would be fun content to see like certain people play together and whatnot, but there are some limitations, you know, like comp wise and all that shit.
I
Also
really
on
want to
the
play
playing on
arena.
different regions. It would be fun. Like I can tell you already, like some duos
I think it would be fun
would
too,
be
yeah.
fun.
Yeah.
But I think the interest in TBC in like from a streaming potential, I don't think it's gonna be as big. Like the first time TBC,
Really?
well, second time TBC came out, so like after 2019 Classic, then they released TBC when they released Classic TBC or whatever. It had a lot of hype, and a lot of
Mhm.
people were excited to play it. I played it. I had a really successful year streaming TBC, and that's kind of when I stopped being a retail Andy and transitioned to just being like more of a full-time like classic version player. I don't think it's gonna have that same hype this time.
Fuck.
Even though, in my opinion, TBC is, I would say, probably the second best expansion. Like it's so fun, actually.
Mhm.
I just don't think on Twitch it will have the same kind of success as it did the first time.
It
Mm.
won't, because back then was the first official time to play TBC. The first
Yeah.
time for like 10-15 years, right? But I do think a hardcore rendition of TBC could be interesting.
Maybe like lose
Twitch
5
wise.
levels when you die or something stupid. Or lose your gear when you die.
For TBC?
Yeah.
I mean, like, if you die, lose your character. Like the way that we have Classic now. Imagine that, but TBC.
No, I don't know.
So you have to level all the way back to 70.
There are some things in TBC that will just like doing hardcore dungeons in TBC, you will die. You know?
Yeah.
There's just no way
Apparently,
around
that's
it.
why they decided not to do it. It's true. Like, apparently, it's
It-
way too many like one-shot mechanics and stuff like that. But
Yeah.
I do think an introduction of that in itself would bring interest in terms of Twitch, and because people will tune in to see what's going on. Like, even if it's an
Yeah.
impossible task, I think people will tune in to see the chaos, the fiesta.
When it's TBC, does it still take from 1 to 60 the same amount of time as now? Or did they
I
make
wanna
it like
say
easier?
it's-
I
I
think
want
they
to
reduced
say
it a
it's
little
about
bit.
the same.
Is it the same?
I think
that
I
would be
think it's a bit
crazy.
easier, but it's still like 1 to 60 is still a grind.
It is still a grind for sure.
It's
but
a bit faster. I
it is a
think.
bit faster, right? I think so.
My chat's saying it's 20% faster.
Okay.
Still a lot.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
still
yeah,
like
it's a
it's
lot.
not like okay, you just skip 1 to 60. And also
Yeah.
60 to 70 is also like 3 days, I would say, playtime.
Yeah, it's a big leveling. Yeah. It's a lot.
Yeah,
Sunglitters,
it would
did you
be
ever play
more.
retail?
Hey, Slip! Oh. No, I didn't. But people want me to play it.
Yeah, retail, everything is faster in terms of getting ready to play the max level content. but that also is what makes it maybe not as interesting to watch for a lot of viewers because the stakes of it is a lot lower.
Do you play a lot of retail these days, Annie?
I try to sometimes play to keep up with my achievements and stuff, but I haven't like regularly played for a while. I haven't done the new raid, for example. It just came out 2-3 weeks ago.
And why
I heard a lot
is
of
it?
OnlyFangs people are doing retail, but it's on NA. It's so annoying. I would have liked to join them.
But they always say you can get a character so fast. That's what they say to me.
Yeah.
That you
Yeah, you can
only
get
have to
character
level
pretty
for
quick.
8 hours. So why don't you
Yeah.
do that?
Oh, I have a max level character already. I just haven't found the time to raid.
Oh.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, if you ever want to play retail, like, let's do it. I just don't know if there's that many people who are interested in retail. But if people are interested, like, I have a character and I played
Gingy told me to
previous
play
raid
and
tier.
do M+. I don't really know what that means. But
It means doing dungeons, basically. So it's
like
a
I know
5-man
there's
dungeon.
keys. I watch Slip a lot. Like there's keys
Okay.
and then
Yeah.
you get a better key and then you have to do it in a certain amount of time and stuff.
Yeah.
Is PvP also?
And each level goes up, basically, so it becomes harder and harder for each level.
Yeah, you get,
Zico,
like,
Annie, and
a score.
Sunglitters 3v3 arena. Ooh.
Let's do it.
I'm down. I'm down.
Yeah.
I'm down for sure. But the
Let's do it.
problem I see with retail, and this is a problem with OnlyFangs in general, I
Mhm.
feel like it's all US. Like there's so
Yeah.
many people, like even now when I've been playing League, they're like, "Oh, dude, let's send some duo games. Let's play some League. Let's do this." And I'm just like, "Yeah, I'm on EU." And they're like,
You
"God
just-
damn it!" They're like, "Oh, let's play
Yeah.
retail." I'm on EU.
You know, they have like 40 people in the OnlyFangs guild on retail. Like, they're doing normals and heroics together. And I'm just like, damn it.
Yeah, it makes you want to level on US, like even on retail. But
Yeah.
I think
For
when we want to
me-
keep up with the OnlyFangs people, we have to go NA based, like with the
Yeah.
servers.
I mean, I have a character there. Max level is 80, right? I think I'm 75 or something. So I have a character, but it still just sucks because, my EU account is where I have my collectibles, my mounts, and stuff like that. So it sucks to play
yeah,
on what feels like a fresh account. But yeah, it is possible. The other issue with joining them is they raid like 3 a.m. our time.
Yeah.
So we would have
Yeah.
to make them change the schedule.
Oh, but Annie,
because,
I've seen you are a little bit of a degen. You like stream until like midnight and stuff.
midnight is okay,
It's a
but
bit of a
3 a.m.
DJ.
raiding is a bit too much.
I remember.
Even for
Annie,
me.
I remember when Annie DM'd me at like 5 a.m. about some drama shit during Molten Core.
Oh,
Out of nowhere, she was like, "Dude, did you hear about this drama?" I'm like, Wait a
really?
second.
Leak
Is there
DMs.
drama?
Leak.
Like, yeah, this guy is fucking delusional. I'm not gonna say any names. I don't want to throw you
Oh,
under the bus.
delusional.
But Annie is the fucking degen. You remember that?
I do
God.
tend to be up at 5 a.m., but this was because OnlyFangs raids were until 3 a.m. You don't remember? Like the first MCs, we were raiding
Oh
until
my
2, 3
God.
a.m.
True.
It was
I was
awful.
so tired.
It was so bad.
Yeah.
And imagine the raids start at 3 a.m. Not like they end at 3 a.m. Like they start
Yeah.
at 3 a.m. It's bad.
I think if we would go over there, they would change the raid time for us.
Yeah. No,
Diva.
Are we
I-
gonna do it?
Divas.
Should we do it?
there is a part of me that wants to level on retail NA, yeah. But there's also a
If you
part of me
guys
that
do
knows
it, I will do it too. Maybe.
I'm gonna get bored if I don't PvP.
I
And
have
if
a
I
level
PvP
75. If you guys
With
do it, I'll
200
join
MS,
you.
it sucks. I don't know. I'm gonna think about it. Because I don't really know what's next right now. It's like it's hard to know. There's so many
what's-
different options, right?
Yeah, like my number
Yeah.
one would be if everybody would play GTA RP together.
Yeah, same.
That's my number one.
That would be my number one too. Either GTA or Minecraft, actually.
Minecraft, I've never played.
Oh, I never got into it. I've like tested it a couple times, but yeah, I'd be up for learning that more.
It depends on the server. Okay, so I'm going to tell you guys a story. But this was my best moment, or one of my best moments in gaming. I've never laughed this hard ever in gaming. And this was like maybe like 10 years ago. You guys remember Athene when he used to do like the gaming for good thing?
Yeah?
Yeah.
He had a Minecraft server, okay? It was like a charity Minecraft server. So you could like
Okay.
go there and you could like donate to charity via the Minecraft server. and I got invited to it, and I made a secret character, and I was known as the biggest griefer on the server. Every time people would see me, they would just people would always type a bunch of shit, and they would be like, "How is this guy not banned?"
And no one knew who you were?
No one knew it was me.
Oh
So
my
there were so
God.
many features on the server. So one of the core features of the server was you could build your house, right? And then you
Yeah.
could set a spawn point in your house. And
What
then
are we
people could come
talking
and
about
raid
right
your
now?
house.
Are we talking about?
We're talking about Minecraft.
Oh, okay.
Minecraft.
I was zoning out. Yeah.
So people could come and rate your house, okay? So they could rate it from it was the different elements in Minecraft. There's dirt, there's gravel, there's diamond, gold, etc. So they could come and rate your house, and it was a community feature. So people would always type in the all chat, "Oh, come and rate my house. Come and rate my house." So I had the brilliant idea of I'm gonna make a lava pit in my house. So I would dig a hole in my house, and I would set a spawn point at the bottom of the hole.
Oh my God.
And then I would go and fill the hole with lava. And then I would tell people, "Come and rate my house. Come and rate my house." And then people would come to rate my house. And I would just stand there with building blocks as they're trying to climb out of the lava. And I would just block them. And then they would die. And I would try to loot all their items.
Oh my God.
Yeah, I would just do shit like that all day
That's
long. I would just figure
horrible.
out new ways to murder people and steal their shit and grief them, basically.
And you did this 10 years ago. Oh my God.
Yes, and I have never laughed so hard
And
in
it
my
was a
life.
charity server. It was for good intentions. What the heck?
Zico said, "Fuck charity."
No, I don't know.
Punish the most charitable people.
You know what? I cleanse my conscience. I donated, but I never got banned for it. Athene, he was like, "No, it's good that we have people like this on the server
Yeah,
because
he-
they
oh,
expose the bugs on the server so we can fix them." So,
Oh.
they would patch that, and then I would find the next thing. I would figure out that you could.
Oh,
You
Get
always
dynamite.
need a villain. It is what it is.
That's funny.
Yeah. Yes, I found a bunch of different ways to basically kill people and steal their shit. It was amazing.
You know,
I'd be super down to play Minecraft
it
also.
really brings people together if you have one person to hate on as a group.
It's true. It's true. So if we can't find any asshole to join us, Zico, maybe you can take the role.
He doesn't even have to try. It's natural.
He doesn't. You know what's fucked up?
What?
I came up with such an advanced grief, and it happened when I was sleeping.
Okay.
So I think it in a way I get so immersed and so excited that it is kind of natural. And I remember Athene was so impressed with it that he didn't even nerf it. He was just like, "This is so cool. We're just gonna keep it in the game." So yeah, I don't know. I think if
you're a
you're
natural.
excited about something,
Mhm.
it comes to you naturally, yeah. But I think it's different now. I don't think I could do it again. This was all
You
off
could.
stream.
It sounds like you
obviously.
want to do this.
I
No.
want to do it, but I want to do it off stream. So
Oh.
I don't want to deal with all the hate threads. that
I
I'm gonna
want to.
get,
I
you
want to
know.
read the hate threads though.
Wait, did you never get exposed? Did anyone know that it's you? Did Athene know that it was you?
Athene knew it was me.
Okay.
It wasn't just me though. It was me, and it was a WoW player named Calamist. He was a rogue who used to play with Hydra back in the day, and it
Okay.
was two more of my friends. But it was so amazing. Like, we used to have these diamond parties. We used to call them diamond parties,
Okay.
where basically we just tell people to come to our house, and we would just stand at a balcony and throw diamonds, and they would just loot diamonds, you know.
Okay.
And it was a fun community thing that people would do sometimes. But one time I built a tower, and I built a really high tower, and I would have my friend, he would stand on the balcony inside the tower on the second floor or whatever, and he would stand there and throw diamonds, and the people would be at the bottom floor. And at the very top, you couldn't see the roof because it was so
I'm
high up.
zoning out again,
so it
by
was,
the way.
dark at the
I
top,
don't know if you
but
noticed.
the
I'm
roof was
zoned
made out of
out.
TNT.
What's that story?
And I would stand in a little hole under the roof, on the side, with a bow and flaming arrows. And
Oh
on
my
the
God.
opposite side of the roof, I had a bunch of anvils. So I would stay up there. We would do a diamond party, and everyone would be like, "Oh my God, it's popping! You know, come
No
here,
idea
free
what he's
diamonds." So
saying.
everyone would come, and then when there was enough
Zone
people,
out.
I would just blow up
Sometimes
the
my face
roof
if
and
you're
all
so
the
down.
anvils would fall down and kill everyone. And then I would go pick up all the diamonds that I gave them, plus all their shit that they had on them.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Wait, so in Minecraft they lose all their loot if they die? Is that
Yeah. Well, it depends on the
Okay.
server. But yeah, they lost on that server.
Right.
They lost all their gear and all the stuff in their inventory too. So we would just go and it was just we
Imagine
were
in
just
classic
like
WoW,
pirates.
you lose your character and you lose your items. That would actually be so cool. Yeah, I've never
That would
played a
be
game where
amazing.
you lose loot. I've heard Rust is like that too, right?
Yeah, I've never played Rust, but I think Rust would be hype actually. It sounds like
Yeah,
you
I've
can
never
grief
played.
really hard in that game.
Yeah, that's
I
what
like
heard
games where you can
too.
grief hard.
You know how we would grieve ourselves if we played different games with people, you know? Like a few people play Minecraft, then a few people play GTA, then Rust, and then it's fucked. You know, we have to like
Oh, you mean
choose
everyone has
one
to play
game.
one?
Yeah.
Yeah, you're right. I think it's hard to convince a lot of people to play one thing.
You know
Yeah.
what's easy? We need one person with a lot of clout. That's
Some
easy.
soda.
Yeah, like soda.
I mean, just recruit Soda and then everybody will come.
Yeah. Honestly, I will follow Soda anywhere now. Like when he wants to do like an
I think
event
a
or
lot of
whatever,
people do.
I
Yeah.
go all in. Like that was the
Yeah.
OnlyFangs was so fucking good.
Mhm.
Do you guys think we get OnlyFangs 3
Yeah.
at some point?
Yeah.
I think so, but I do think the DDoS situation has to be addressed first in one way or another. Because imagine making people level to 60 and then they just die to DDoS. I think it'll make some people not want to even bother.
I think we also
Yeah,
can be
I-
open-minded about what OnlyFangs can be. It could be also in a different game.
I
Yeah.
think doing something a different game in between is a good idea.
Mm-hmm.
And then OnlyFangs. So like OnlyFangs 3 could be when we come back to WoW, but we could have like an OnlyFangs 2.5, which is a different game,
Yeah, because
and
honestly,
that could be in the summer.
Blizzard, you keep fucking up, actually.
You know,
Um,
people forget about this a lot, but there was a dude who was spam DDoSing Blizzard a couple of years ago. Do you guys remember that they reported on that? He got like sentenced to prison for like an excessive amount of time. I
think
forget
I
how
remember
many.
they caught him.
Yeah, they caught his ass, and
Yeah.
he got fucked really hard.
I think it was some years at least, right?
Yeah, it was a couple of years ago. I don't remember. Let me see if I can find that.
Yeah, so it is a serious like offense. Like some people think, well, you know, if they start doing rollbacks for DDoS, everyone's going to start DDoSing themselves when they're about to die. But most people.
Oh,
aren't
yeah,
gonna do
here.
that. You found it?
Here, yeah. Let me see. World of Warcraft attacker jailed in the U.S. He had to pay
Ooh.
$30,000 to Blizzard to cover the costs, and he
Oh,
was
the
30 years
cost to-
old.
Mhm.
Prosecutors dropped the case when he was sentenced to 1 year in prison over the World of Warcraft affair. So this guy got a 1 year prison sentence
Can you imagine?
because he DDoSed Blizzard. That's so cooked, man.
Apparently, there was another case in 2014. He was fined 95K and he got 27 months in prison.
Zico, we have to find that guy and do a ZNN interview with him. Ooh.
Wait, how long did he get sentenced to prison?
Is he out?
The second one, apparently 27 months. But yeah, I don't know how
Holy
accurate this
shit.
is, but that's over 2 years, yeah.
Oh, please, if you...
Imagine, dude, you're just in prison with a bunch of murderers and thieves and rapists and shit. And they're like, "Hell, so what are you in for?" He's like, "Yeah,
Dude, we
DDoSed my
need
guild
to
in
get him
World of
for an
Warcraft,
interview. We need
DDoSed
to.
some streamers.
Oh my god.
I need a few streamers. They were pissing me off, man. Clogging up the server.
Well, hey,
Ruining
if
the
you're the
economy.
DDoSer and you're listening to this, reach out to ZNN. I'd
Yeah,
love
we'll
to
keep you
hear your
anonymous.
thoughts on this.
Oh my god! Have you guys seen this? On
What?
EU, there's some guild that got that died to server DDoS.
Was that today? I
The
heard
EU
about it, but I
Yeah,
didn't
just
see it.
now. Just
Just
now.
now?
The servers crashed.
Oh.
38 people died in BWL.
Oh,
Ooh.
38
Russian
people.
guild all got.
So it wasn't only
Dude,
just targeting
what?
us.
Yeah,
No, it's
it's a
not.
bigger problem.
Yeah, they had a
That's
full
crazy.
PWL wipe here. It looks like. How many people is that? Wait, how many people are dead here? What
But honestly,
the fuck?
people should unsubscribe. Like, that's crazy. Like, so many people resubscribe for hardcore. But if this keeps happening, just unsub. That's fucked up.
Yeah,
Dude,
no, it is.
what?
And Blizzard, I don't know how much. Like, I'm not some computer Andy, but is there a way to like stop it? Like, are they being cheap with their servers or?
I don't know the technicalities either. I don't know.
I have no idea. I don't think they're being cheap with the servers. I think that you can just target the servers and DDoS them.
I think the problem
But
is that
does this
isn't
ever
like
happen
having
to
an
other
IP?
games?
Uh,
Does this
don't
happen to
know.
like Riot, like to League servers? Have League servers ever been DDoS, for example?
no idea.
Is it just that they're being cheap? It happens, but rarely ever. It has happened. Dota 2 news entry. What is this? Yeah, here between the lanes, denial of service.
But do you think if Blizzard would do like rollbacks sometimes, the DDoSers wouldn't have so much fun, right?
That's what I would say
they
too.
would they would
right? Because
stop it.
Yeah, that's what I think. Especially because I think it's expensive for them to, keep doing the DDoS. So, like, at some point, if there's no result of their attack, then I would assume that they would just stop, right?
Hmm.
I don't know. I mean, maybe they'll just continue anyways.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, apparently Dota and CSGO had a lot of issues with this back in 2015.
Hmm.
They found some, I don't know.
I think the issue is that they find a solution to one type of attack and then they adjust, and then the DDoSer finds a new solution to attack the new system. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
And then it keeps going like a cat and mouse thing like that. But I'm not 100% sure. I don't know how the tech works.
Yeah, I have no idea how this shit works, but it's fucking sad, man. A whole guild
Yeah.
just wiped. I mean, like, what do
Yeah.
you do? The servers crashed, your entire guild dies. Like,
Yeah.
what? How many people died yesterday, by the way, in OnlyFangs? I still haven't
Like
seen any of the
12?
clips.
Like 12.
We had 12
17.
deaths.
17.
17. We had 17 deaths. Did Soda live?
Oh shit.
He did live, yeah.
He did live?
Yes, because he was one of the first people who disconnected, and he wasn't able to reconnect.
Oh, sucks to be
I
the
was
DDoSer. He
actually
didn't
the
even kill the
first
main
one
guy.
who disconnected,
Yeah,
but
I was saying that too.
I think I was the first one who really disconnected that fight, but I managed to log back in. And if I wasn't able to, I would have survived. But honestly, it doesn't
Yeah.
really matter if you survive because it's now
Yeah.
kind of
It's
done
over
anyways,
yeah.
right?
Yeah.
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 I wanted to say that. What about the second raid? Do you think that they should still send Savix's second raid?
I mean,
the
for
servers
fun.
It
are.
was meant to be the same day. They canceled.
Yeah, it was supposed to be. It was supposed to be yesterday, and
Yeah.
they
I mean-
canceled. But do you guys think that's the right play? Like,
Yeah,
at
just-
least like
I
those
think
40
yes.
raiders prepared,
Yeah.
and they got all their shit together, all their world buffs, all their consumes. What's the point of not raiding? Like, if it's one last hurrah anyway.
Yeah, at this
I think
point,
the way
like,
I
what
see
does your
it,
character do, you know?
They can boon all their work with the world buffs, right? And then I would maybe try again the week after, because if
Yeah.
we just had 17 people die, what's the point of going in and dying to the first boss? Like,
Yep.
because then it's unavoidable. I guess you kind of hope that maybe they're DDoSing today, but maybe after today they will stop. You just hope that they move on.
Yeah. Yeah, if you feel so helpless. I feel like we should send it. Like,
yeah.
I mean, I'd be down to do it. What else are we gonna do anyway, right? I mean, the way I see it, we have our characters. I think
Yeah.
we should do one last thing, because I don't think this is a good ending, man. This ending sucks. If we
I
do like a
think-
in-house, like Makura, or like we all go to the Gurubashi arena and we just do like every man for themselves, or one last raid together, or whatever. Like, I think something like that would be a more fun way to go out than, oh yeah, somebody DDoS the servers, and that's it.
Yeah. I heard
don't know.
Guzu and Savix may want to continue raiding, just
Mm-hmm.
with whoever is still up for it.
Guzu,
I think it's
dude,
just-
he doesn't even log in. He hasn't been logged in for 3 weeks. What is he talking about? He wants to keep
That's
raiding.
true. But I think he would raid log, you know what I mean? But yeah, it's true. He doesn't really play outside of that.
What the fuck?
And that is true. But yeah, I heard him and Savix saying that maybe they'll just send it on like a weekly thing. Since they have their characters anyway, so might as well do something with it. But officially, OnlyFangs is over. Like, I don't think Soda's gonna continue.
Oh no, 100%. What if we raided Stormwind?
I would
Like,
do
all
it,
of us
but I
people.
have nothing.
Yeah, we just go and raid Stormwind.
I'm actually so sad that you happened to lose your priest right before too. So like you got both of them gone. Because if you had an alt, you could have played that.
Yeah. That's
Sucks.
fine now. It's fine.
But yeah, I mean, it's over. So it's not like you're really missing anything, but yeah, it sucks.
Yeah.
Well,
I think it was
Yeah, I
a
don't
good
know. I think
idea,
that
though, with the level ones.
Maybe we should have one last.
I think we should have a meeting at least, yeah. Maybe
We should
Saturday.
have one last meeting.
Yeah. Maybe we can talk to Soda or his mods or whoever to make it official. And on Saturday we just have one last meeting. Everybody get together. People who I mean, everybody could just make level ones. Or if people like to be on their mains, I guess that's fine too. And just everyone meet up in like a level 1 friendly area.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, I think that would be sick. One last
One
more
more
meeting.
hide and seek was kind of boring, to be honest. Sorry, that lasted so long. I was falling asleep.
Yeah, I think hide and seek was bad for the people who especially got caught early. And I guess in general, not being the seeker. I think being a seeker is fun, but outside of that, it was boring. It took so long. It was like 3 hours.
Yeah,
I was so tired and I didn't want to leave because I didn't want to be rude. But oh my god, I was falling asleep.
Understandable. Yeah.
What else could we do though? Ooh.
I'm getting 100 messages.
Okay. So popular.
The ball. No. It's first time. Sardako said there's a lot of options. Zaryu and Sardako are running a sod raid. Gunnar runs a retail guild, and Hubert runs a Minecraft server. Okay.
Yeah, the issue is we have to decide on one thing, else everything is like half alive. You know what I mean?
Yeah, like everybody commit to one thing so everyone's not like split up.
Yeah, it's like
I
half
think it's
alive.
hard without a leader like Soda.
Yeah.
Who connects everybody.
Yeah.
That's why I meant like my number 1 GTA RP server with all the OnlyFangs people. Number 2 Minecraft server. Number 3 try retail. But I feel like I would play retail more off stream.
Yeah.
I think GTA RP would be insane.
Yeah, people are saying it's hard to make a GTRP server. Usually people need like a whole team to have a server. So
yeah, that's why I meant maybe
sunglitters. Yeah, for them to adopt us.
Yeah, maybe a collab.
Yeah.
How's that one server called again? Like, the
main one? No Pixel?
Yeah. No Pixel. No Pixel.
Yeah.
X OnlyFangs. Maybe.
No Pixel is difficult to get into. I'm not sure if they would accept to invite everybody. I think most people would be welcome. I think you would be welcome, for example. But it might be hard to get everybody in because No Pixel is very, very popular. Like a lot of people.
I tried
Did
to
you
get
know
in there.
people pay to send application to get in?
What the fuck?
Yeah, like people pay like $100 or $200 or whatever just to apply, and then like there's a high chance they get declined.
But isn't it, like sometimes like GTA is very popular on Twitch, right? I saw it like 2 years ago or something. But I feel like it has like phases, you know? I think right now it's not popular and I don't see it. Maybe with OnlyFangs we could make it popular again, you know? Maybe they want us.
I think a lot of people who play on that server are very, very proud. I think our best bet would probably be a different server, which is maybe not as popular.
Ooh.
Because I think people there are very serious about their RP, and we coming in like RP noobs, I think they might be annoyed.
Yeah, they might not. They probably don't like us. It's true.
But I mean, I don't know. I could be wrong. Maybe they would be very welcoming.
Yeah, I don't know anybody, so.
Yeah, I don't know anyone that.
I don't know anyone. I'm just speculating.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. I could talk to the guy who invited me to see what their view on it
Ooh.
is, to see what he says.
Yeah,
But that
do
was
it.
the vibes that I got in general.
Yeah, that
Do it.
sucks. That
Apparently,
that
a
closed
server
off.
called
I think a
Purple
better.
RP is a bit more unserious and more fun.
More unserious. Ooh.
So maybe that would be more fitting for us. I don't know.
Mm-mm.
But yeah, I can talk to the person that invited me and see what he says, and then we
I
can
know
go from there.
exactly how it will go. You know, like when once enough people say yes, a lot of people will want to join. But you need like this key people that make everyone excited to play it, you know?
Yeah,
Like
no,
Soda.
100%.
Like imagine
Yeah.
Tyler says yes to GTR IP. That everybody will want to play, you know? But you need this key person. Because if
Yep.
you have like 5 like random people like us and 2 others, like nobody gives a shit. But you know, like no flame or anything to
What
us.
the hell?
But
I mean, it's true.
you need this like key person. No, yeah.
Hey, what's this going on here? Why are we flaming all the guests and ourselves? Like, what the hell? What's happening here?
Oh.
Yeah, we'll see. But no,
Yeah.
I think GTA RP or Minecraft are highest on my list for sure. Of
I think
things that I would
Minecraft does
wanna
sound
do.
fun too, and apparently Hubert already has a server, so it's like already ready for us.
yeah, I'd be
Potentially.
so down. I would be so
So
down.
that
Actually,
could maybe work.
I'd be so down.
Still GTA number
Apparently,
1.
Katie has a server too on GTA.
Who?
Kate, did you just who? Katie?
No, sorry.
Katie was only briefly in the guild. She quit
I
quite
don't
fast
think I
after
met
getting
them.
60.
That's fucked up. These streamers are elitist.
No,
What's happening
no,
here?
I'm just saying. Like sometimes you don't meet people in the guild that were
Yeah,
not
sometimes you don't
60s
know them, but they
that
could be
long.
massive people.
Yeah.
Yeah, it doesn't mean anything.
Zico, you know way less people than Annie and I, you ditcher.
Wait, what?
League
I
of
talked to the
Legends
entire
ditcher.
guild. What are we talking
Me
about
too.
here?
Wait.
Oh my
Okay,
god,
so
but you haven't
that
been there for
DreamHack
a month.
evening. You know, I had to introduce Zico to everybody because he's never talked to anybody at these events.
What?
Oh.
I had to introduce. That is fucked up, Annie. That
Okay, no,
is
I was happy to
absolutely
introduce
fucked
him.
up.
I didn't have
She would
to.
just be like, "Oh, have you met this guy?" I'd be like, "No, I haven't." And then she'd be like, "Okay, well, here you go." And then, like, you know,
Yeah, it's like,
And
have
I
you met this guy?
appreciate
Have
that,
you
but,
met
like,
this girl? Have you met this guy? You know, like just, connecting people. It was really fun, actually.
you were great at that, Annie. But like, you made
Was
it
that a
sound like I'm some
compliment from
kid.
Zico?
Yes, it was.
Clip it,
What
clip
the
the
hell?
glaze, clip the glaze. for
Wait,
Annie.
what the fuck? You're mixing me and Sunglitty up. She's the one who's been roasting you, calling you a nobody. I'm just like,
What?
I've been nice. I've been nice. That's crazy. No,
Yeah,
I had a
but,
great time
yeah.
with you, Annie. We did some
Yeah, it was
shots,
really fun.
and that was cool.
Yeah, it was fun.
I introduced. Did I introduce you to somebody? Oh, yeah, no, I didn't introduce you, but I told you that guy worked at Blizzard. Do you remember? Do you remember the guy who worked at Blizzard? And then he said
okay.
he said he saw the Firestar video.
That was funny. Yeah. Okay. So yeah, we met this guy. Well, actually, we just saw his hoodie. He was wearing a Blizzard hoodie, and then Zico was like, "Is he a real Blizzard guy?" And I was like, "Wait, I don't know. I don't think I've met him before." And then we went up to him and basically asked him, like, "Hey, are you real Blizzard?"
That's not what happened,
he
okay,
was
guys?
like,
Chat, let me
yeah.
tell you what actually happened, okay? He was sitting at a table.
did
He had a
happen.
Blizzard hoodie, and I was like, "Oh, Blizzard's over there." And she was like, "Is he Blizzard?" I was like, "I have no idea. I just like he has a Blizzard hoodie." And she was like, "I'm gonna go check." And then she sprinted over there, and she was like, "Hello, are you Blizzard?" And
Are you Blizzard?
Then I joined the table, okay? Like that was not what happened
of
at
course
all.
you
And
had-
what
okay, you had a clear
sprinted over
intro.
there.
Oh, I sprinted. Okay.
Yes,
Sure, I'll
you just
take
sat
that.
doan there like you knew these people. He was like, "Oh, hey,
Oh,
well, I
yeah.
have one beer, thank you very
Oh.
much." So, are you Blizzard?
I'm happy to meet people, you know. I just walk up to them and I'm like, hey, what's up, you know? And then
Well, you're very
two of them at the
social.
table,
Ooh.
two of them knew me. Two of them was like, oh, that's Annie,
Yeah.
you know. And then the Blizzard guy was like, oh, okay, cool. I don't really, know WoW people. He was Hearthstone person. Yes, he was Hearthstone person.
Yeah.
What
I
was his
remember now.
name?
Alex. See, I remembered.
Alex
Yeah.
Dawson or something?
I think he had, yeah.
Oh,
I'm
I
not
don't
slay.
remember the name.
But I remember.
Yeah, he was a
I think,
Hearthstone
from New
dev,
York.
and he switched to
think it was-
Overwatch, actually.
Yep, that's him.
Oh,
You see?
Oh,
shit.
there you go. Small world.
See?
Yeah.
But then after we started talking, though, he actually knew me and Zico from different scenarios. Like, he knew Zico from, what was it?
From
I
the
don't remember
Firestar
what it was, but
video.
He knew you. Yeah, I think he knew you. And then he knew
Yeah.
me from something as well.
The girl who sat at that table, she was, I knew her. She was with Xbox, I think.
Yeah, Xbox was
Uh,
there. Yeah.
And she was like, "Are you sure you don't know this guy?" He was like, "No, I have no idea who this guy is." And then she showed him the Firestar video. He's like, "Oh, he's the guy."
Oh, that's, yeah.
and then he
that's
was
what
like, "Yeah, I
happened.
remember you. You're the Firestar. You're the guy." He's like, "Congratulations on your duel." I was like, "Oh,
yeah,
thank
yeah,
you,
yeah,
man."
yeah.
Cute.
Yeah. I remember. Yeah, no, it was funny. Are you guys going to TwitchCon?
No,
I'm thinking about it.
maybe?
No, you should go. Guzu's going. Maybe other people too. I heard Hubert is considering.
Is he?
Yeah, well, for him it's overseas, so it's a bit of a bigger trip, but considering, yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah.
I mean,
Could
if
be like
people
a
from OF
mini
makes it,
OnlyFangs meeting.
They were talking about having a Swee meetup. Did you see that? We got tagged.
I
in
saw
it.
that. Yeah, I saw that. They're considering
mean-
making a meetup in Sweden, in Stockholm, for
Yeah, I mean, if it's in
OnlyFangs.
Stockholm, I'll go. I don't have to go very far. The last meetup
Yeah.
was like 5 minutes from where I live, so it was perfect.
The last meetup? Oh, do you mean the Tyler?
Yeah,
one?
like on DreamHack.
Yeah.
Chat type smiley face if
Yeah.
you're here, by the way.
I missed that
There's
one.
5,300 people here? Ooh.
Yeah, no, Stockholm is nice. If we do a
Hi,
meetup in Stockholm, I'm
guys.
down.
What's
And
up?
I'm thinking about going to TwitchCon. I'm
Damn.
considering it.
Hey,
Yeah,
everybody.
if you do go, and if we
Yeah,
have
if you
other,
didn't follow
we have
yet,
enough
please do.
OnlyFangs people,
I almost
we should
have
definitely do like a.
86,280 followers.
Oh, yeah, that'd be fun.
Ooh.
Mm-hmm.
It's in Rotterdam, right?
Yeah, which kind of sucks because at least from Sweden, there's no direct flight, so you have to go to Amsterdam and then take the train.
Yeah, that's fine. I guess it's different for me because I used to live there, so it's like I've done that many times already.
I
know
never
the-
went to any event.
You lived there? You
I
never
lived
been
in
to
Amsterdam,
any
yeah.
event?
No.
Really?
Mhm.
Do you want to go, or do you
I
prefer?
don't
like, not?
know. I feel like at TwitchCon too many people, too many weird people. But I would too. I think I would I would like it more in a smaller group.
It is true. The thing is, when you go to these things, you can like tunnel vision into your own group, if that makes
Yeah.
sense.
Yeah, for
Because
example,
that's what I do.
Okay, guys,
Yeah.
no flame, but I don't want to meet any viewers. Like, I want
Any
to.
viewers? I thought you said any of you to me and Zico. At first, I was like, whoa.
No flame, but oh my god, I would freak out.
Hey, I met a viewer today when I was getting my coffee.
I would shit myself. I
Yeah.
think.
He was really nice.
Yeah, if you see
He
me,
was
guys,
like a buff
please.
Giga Chat. He was super social.
If you see me, please ignore me.
That's funny.
Fuck.
Well, I can protect you from viewers if you do want to go.
Hmm.
Yeah,
I'll have
Annie's
my
actually
fist
a
ready.
huge. Annie's huge.
Yeah, true.
She'll be a great bodyguard.
Yeah.
She's not like basically a midget.
How does
So
it
you'll be
feel
safe.
to meet somebody who knows you and you don't know them? How does it feel?
I mean, it's cool. I mean, I
Really?
guess it depends. I mean, some people. It depends on their social skills. I would say some people get
Mine
like,
are
very
really bad.
Some people get like very anxious and like they build it up too much.
Oh,
and
yeah,
then,
me.
Like, they want to hang around too long as well. But like, yeah, no, I would say 99% of the time it's cool. It's nice.
Yeah, I
You
think
talk,
it's cool as
you
long as
talk
people
about
aren't
games.
like too, like you said, like sticking around for too long, because then it starts becoming
clingy.
awkward.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I would say
always
it's time to
appreciate
move on. Have a nice life. Goodbye.
Yeah, I mean, if you're able to say that, then it's really easy because then you just move on. I think a lot of streamers feel too like polite, so they don't do that. I've seen S-Fan do that with viewers. He's like trying to make them move on. He's like, yeah, and they keep talking and life stories, and he's like,
Oh,
So
fuck.
in the end, what I normally do, I'm like, oh, yo, S-Fan, like, we have that thing we need to go to. And then he's like, oh, yeah, sorry, man. Really nice speaking to you. Because some people, I think they don't realize, and they're just so excited to speak to you. But it's important to understand, like, the social dynamic of that. It's weird when, S-Fan doesn't really know him, right? So it becomes awkward. Like, a conversation for, like, a minute or two, cool. But too long, it just becomes awkward.
Yep. I think I usually...
Should we interview
I
viewers
agree
right
with most of
now?
that.
Ooh, to see if
What did you
if
say?
they're awkward or not. Interview viewers to see if they're
Interview
awkward.
viewers.
Honestly, it sounds like great content for you guys.
Yeah, sure. Have you seen that one streamer? I think she was in OnlyFangs. She does like dating with viewers.
Dating
Like
with viewers.
speed-
What? No, I don't think I've seen
Yeah.
that.
You haven't seen that? She
Who
does
is
like speed dating. Fuck, what's her name?
Cute bot.
Cute bot. Yeah.
Actually,
Oh,
I
I don't think I've seen
saw
it.
her. Oh, I
Yeah.
saw. Oh,
You haven't
yeah.
seen that?
Oh my god,
No.
that's
Yeah,
crazy.
he just calls up random viewers and then like they have like a little e-date and then
Yeah, and then
I
the
think their
viewers
chat
can
vote.
pay for them to stay or leave or something. Like,
Yeah. It's like their own
God.
little
Crazy.
dating show.
Oh my god.
Who said Nagura? What?
Nigger would not do that.
What the fuck are you guys talking about?
Yeah, no.
Jamili was on there. Yeah, I heard about that.
Okay.
Yeah,
That's funny.
yeah.
But yeah, I
that
think the
might
most
be-
important thing if you go to events is just to have people. To be like, don't be alone. Like have other streamer friends and just always hang out together. And then I think it's fine. Because
think it's more
people will
important
get
if
it
you're a
like when
girl.
you as a group just leave, Like if one person gets stuck because there's a lot of viewers or whatever who wants to speak to them, then the other streamer can like, pull them and tell them, hey, it's time to move or whatever. It's a bit harder maybe if you're on your own. But I think it works.
mm-hmm.
Guys,
Yeah,
it's
I
actually 8 p.m. for me. I think I might make
Alright.
my way out.
Okay.
All right, it's been nice chatting with you, Annie.
Yeah,
it
Annie,
really
that was
has.
fun.
No, it's been really nice. Thank you so much for taking me in, especially early. Because I told sunglitters today I'm actually having an early end. So I need to go. But it was really nice catching up with you guys. Thank you so much.
Yes,
Yeah,
Annie.
you too. We'll
talk
see you on
soon.
the next guild meeting. There will be a guild meeting.
Yes.
We're manifesting
Yeah, let's make it happen. Yes, manifesting.
it.
Yes.
All right, you take care. Thanks for chatting
Yeah,
with us.
you too. Thank you so much. And bye-bye, everybody.
Bye, Annie.
Bye, Annie.
W
we
Annie
got-
in the chat.
W for Annie in the chat, boys. Let's give her a shout out.
Thank you.
Yeah,
Thank you.
Everyone go follow Annie.
Oh, thank you. And Zico, it's nice to have you on in the WoW category again.
Yeah,
Thank you,
true.
thank you.
It's
nice
a
to
rare
be back.
sight.
Yeah, and apparently I've learned today that sunglitters is a pro at League 2.
Yeah,
Inspiring. I need to play more League. I need to
Yeah,
get
no, you
past
should.
bronze.
I mean, if you need me to keep you in bronze, let me know. I'm down to send some duos.
To
Could you
keep
keep
me in bronze?
Yeah.
Do you mean get me out of bronze?
No, I mean help you stay in bronze.
When I do it with Slip,
That's very nice.
we
of
do
you.
we do it like for like 40 games. We won 5 and lost 35, by the way.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah,
That's
it's insane.
that's crazy.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Sadako in the chat. Hello.
Yeah.
Hello,
yeah.
Sardako. All right. Well, take care, guys.
All right.
Bye-bye.
Bye, Annie. You too. Bye.